step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Feel it. It is here. It is a Friday. It is 6 o'clock on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. My name is Jamie Domberg and I'm joined by these two lovely gentlemen. I'm in a very happy space this morning.
Are we lovely? Or is Carl the only lovely one?
No, you're lovely too. I can feel it. It's the hair thing, you know. We both have bleached hair, and it works. It's the best thing. You know what I mean? That's lovely.
Very happy that you.
And it's Friday.
Yes.
And it's Friday. So I'm just like, I'm so glad that we are coming to the end of 2020. That's where we are hurtling towards, and we're hurtling towards the end of this week, which is really exciting.
We're still a long way from 2020. We still have like 3 weeks away from 2020. Just let us get through the show at least, Mr. Grant Hines.
Lekker, man. You know what? Do you have a weekend face? I just wanted to make sure that you have a... Can I see a weekend face from you, please, if you don't mind? That's a weekend face. A weekend face over there, please. Okay, glasses are coming.
Oh, glasses
That's
coming.
a weekend face. And this is my weekend face, because I'm serious about having a good time this weekend. Show us your weekend face on the socials. #Expresso Show. That's right.
Good morning, team. It's time for us to take a look at the morning headlines, and I'll start with national news. Western Cape Education Minister Debbie Schaffer has welcomed the cancellation of this year's Plek Rage Festival as the second wave of coronavirus has hit the country. Teens are among those who have shown the highest number of new infections. Schaffer has called on learners to avoid all such gatherings and parties this year. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre of the Garden Route District Municipality has requested that the army be deployed in the area to ensure that people comply with COVID-19 regulations. And South Africa's new domestic airline Lyft started flights yesterday, and it aims to carve out space in an industry that has been ravaged by the COVID-19 pandemic. The low-cost carrier will offer 2 routes as part of its initial offering, Johannesburg to Cape Town and Johannesburg to George. The airline is owned by Johannesburg-based leasing company Global Airways and will operate 3 Airbus SE A320 jets on these routes. The new airline staff has been kitted out by an online fashion retailer, and ticket prices start at 525 Rand. And accepting the Nobel Peace Prize in the ceremony held online because of the coronavirus, the World Food Programme yesterday warned of a hunger pandemic it said could be worse than COVID-19. Executive Director David Beasley said because of the numerous wars, climate change, the widespread use of hunger as a political and military weapon, and a global health pandemic, some 270 million people are heading for starvation. The UN agency, founded in 1961, feeds tens of millions of people each year, 97 million in the year 2019, and that is across all continents. And 3 whales were spotted off the coast of Mexico are thought to be a previously unknown species. Researchers found the mammals while tracking beaked whales near the San Benito Islands, and a marine mammal biologist at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in San Diego, California, said that they did not realize that their discovery until later when studying pictures. The scientists are now awaiting the DNA analysis of water samples that could hold skin cells for the possible DNA testing to confirm whether the whales are a new species. And next, for an afternoon of delight and laughter, remember that this Sunday at 4 p.m, the internationally renowned Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital in Cape Town has this year been overwhelmed by the kindness and compassion of its loyal supporters. As a gesture of gratitude and to generate some festive spirit, it has partnered with a group of generous artists to bring a free online benefit concert featuring some of the best local music and comedy acts. You are invited to join them in the comfort of your own home this Sunday, the 13th of December at 4 p.m. Bring your friends and family together and enjoy an afternoon of magic, delight, and laughter with the likes of Tumi Moraka, Jessie Clegg, Goldfish, Good Luck, and Yassine Barnes. Charismatic Maurice Copide will act as MC, and this promises to be the musical and comedic extravaganza of the festive season. The hospital was officially opened in 1956 to commemorate the soldiers who were lost in World War II. It's the first standalone tertiary hospital exclusively for children in sub-Saharan Africa. So remember, make a date for this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. and link up and enjoy. Well, on that note, that's where I leave your morning headlines. Let's take a first look at your sport.
Thanks a lot, Zoe. Let's go into some sporting action. Now we'll start off with some cricket. Cricket South Africa and Sri Lanka. Cricket yesterday announced that the two-match test series between Proteas and Sri Lanka, scheduled to take place from Boxing Day, will continue as planned. The series is part of the ICC World Test Championship. The second test will start on the 3rd of January next year. And on to rugby that makes you hungry, the Currie Cup. It'll enter the round 3 this evening with Western Province and the Pumas going head-to-head at Newlands. That'll be from 7 p.m. Tomorrow, a big cat fight will play out between the Cheetahs and the Lions. That'll be at 4:30 p.m. in Bloemfontein. And the final match of the weekend sees the Sharks host the Bulls in Durban at 7 p.m. On to some football. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal top Group B in the UEFA Europa League with a 100% record when they overcame Dundalk 4-2 at the Aviva Stadium. In the other results of the evening, Tottenham Hotspur, and they beat Royal Antwerp. That was 2-0, and Leicester overcame AEK Athens 2-0. And staying with football, Manchester United will take on rivals Manchester City this weekend in the biggest clash of the English Premier League. The Manchester Derby will take place at Old Trafford. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. In other Premier League fixtures for the weekend, Everton will take on Chelsea, Crystal Palace host Tottenham Hotspur, and Fulham, they'll face defending champions Liverpool. And on to some motorsport. Reigning Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton has been declared fit for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix after a negative COVID-19 test. The 35-year-old Briton missed last week's race after contracting the coronavirus, and his countryman George Russell, who raced in his place for Mercedes, will return to Williams. That's it for your sport for now. On to some weather and your sunrise pictures with Zoe.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Well, let's take a look at those gorgeous sunrise photos. And our regular photographers have once again pulled through with their sunrise pictures. Louise G. Cheery posted this sunrise photo from Alberton. Today, you can expect warm temperatures of 29 degrees Celsius with some thunder showers on the cards. And then Alan Rudnicki decided to send us a sunset photo from Blouberg Beach in Cape Town, where you can expect a cool maximum of 20 degrees Celsius with a couple of scattered showers expected for today. Now, you too can contribute some beautiful pictures and send it to our Expresso Facebook page so that we can show it on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And something that's quite interesting is every year, sky watchers around the globe circle December 13 on their calendars, the night that the Geminid meteor shower reaches its climax. And good news is that NASA says the celestial light show will be seen clearly in both hemispheres. The Geminids will feature over 100 meteors per hour on Sunday night, and this dazzling display, which is due to unfold in the night sky, is one of the most reliable meteor showers the entire year. And according to American Meteor Society, this year's showing could boast as many as 150 meteors per hour in very dark areas. The Society also says that in addition to the high frequency of the meteors, the Geminids are known for featuring shooting stars that are bright and intensely colored. Do not miss the spectacle in the sky this coming Sunday night. And on that note, let's quickly look at your temperatures. If you are in Polokwane, your low for today is 19, your high 31. Mbombela 22, reaching a high of 34. Partly cloudy in Pretoria with a high of 31. Johannesburg 16, reaching a high of 29. Thunder showers can be expected in Mahikeng with a high of 32. Klerksdorp 19, reaching a high of 33. Sunny conditions in Kimberley with a high of 35. If you're in Bloemfontein, your low for today is 14 and your high 32. Richards Bay 24, reaching a high of 36. Partly cloudy conditions in Pietermaritzburg 19 with a high of 31. Durban 23, reaching a high of 28. Thunder showers can be expected in Tata today with a high of 28. Cloudy conditions in East London 18, reaching a high of 24. Craddock 14, reaching a high of 33. Port Elizabeth, cloudy conditions with a high of 22. George, it will be wet today with a low of 14 and a high of 20. A 56% chance of rain in Cape Town with a low of 14, a high of 20. Worcester 11, reaching a high of 24. It's also partly cloudy in Sutherland with a low of 8 and a high of 21. And in Uppington, your low for today is 14 and your high 33 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll have another update for you shortly after 7.
It is definitely going to be a feel-good Friday. The vibe just feels different on this Friday, but maybe you're wondering where Kutle Adams is today. Well, we'll be crossing over to her live today. She's out at Butongo, a rhino and lion nature reserve near Krugersdorp in the cradle of humankind. And I'm always excited to see what she does when she's out there in the wild.
Oh, she's so lucky. And we're here in studio.
I know, but we're also going to be wishing you a happy birthday in a moment, so don't go anywhere.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, have a happy birthday. Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso and SABC3. And while some people are enjoying certain nature reserves, we are chilling over here milking birthdays for all it's worth. Let me just take a quick sip, sorry.
What a way to start your Friday.
It's good calcium in the morning. It's important to start it that way, you know what I'm saying? Especially with a birthday. I would suggest it for anybody, unless if you are lactose intolerant. I mean, there are other alternatives from the brand, but I mean, this is beautiful stuff right here. And I can start you off because it's that time of the day where we wish you, our dear viewer, a very happy birthday. And if it's your birthday today, you shared with the beautiful Hailey Steinfeld. I'm sure you saw her in that movie, Pitch Perfect. She was absolutely incredible in there. And she turns 24 years old today. She was an Oscar nominee at the age of just 14. 2015 for a role in the 2010 film True Grit. She's also well known for a role in the movie, as mentioned, Pitch Perfect. And Hailey is now a superhero and has officially been cast in the MCU as somebody by the name of Kate Bishop, the epic marksman alongside Hawkeye. Congratulations and happy birthday to Hailey.
Oh, she looks different in every picture. I was trying to think in Pitch Perfect. She does, "You're gonna miss me when I'm gone."
Well, that was Anna Kendrick's in there. That one, and she's got a great voice. She's really cool.
No, she's
amazing.
Okay, absolutely. But of course, you, the real celebrities out there. This one is for Chantal Donaldson. It says, "Happy birthday to my mommy, Chantal Donaldson, from your daughter, Kaylee."
Geluk, lieve mama, omdat jij verjaar, mag die Here jou seën en baie jare spaar. Hiep hiep, hooray!
You must have the hooray at the end, man. It's important.
Hooray!
Okay, next one for you. I just want to take out a minute to wish my bossy head son, that's right, the word bossy was used, happy birthday. May God bless us with many more years. Happy 3rd birthday to Vian.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Vian. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
I love you!
Yeah, and that's cool because I said bossy now, but now when I saw the harder, I knew it's bossy.
Bossy.
The bossy head sign. I love it. It's cute, man.
And this one is to Piet. It says, "Happy birthday to my dad." Take a look.
Ek wil net vir my pa sê geluk met sy verjaarsdag en ek hoop dat hy 'n wonderlike dag sal hê. Geluk met jou verjaarsdag, pa.
Baie geluk, pa. Baie geluk, Piet.
And happy birthday, Caleb. You know who you are. We love you. Take a listen to this.
I just want to wish my boy a happy 4th birthday. Happy birthday, Caleb. Hello, happy birthday, my son. God bless you, na. Sing, Nika. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Caleb. Happy birthday to Caleb. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Enjoy, my boy, ne? I love you. We love you. God bless you, son.
It's the fact that Caleb was just eating his chocolate throughout the wish. He was like, "You guys can sing for me, but I'm just going to keep eating the chocolate."
I also like Caleb's haircut, you know, it's the hard on the side of Snade. I like that. Thank you very much, Caleb. Happy birthday.
Same as yours. And this one is for Shano Kenny. It says, "Happy birthday, Daddy. We love you."
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! How old you look like a man now. How old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you now? Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Life is made. Like,
Find me a better duet, man. Find me a better one. And the little monkey one had to slip in there. I saw you.
it's the remix, baby.
That's it. And you know, birthdays need to be celebrated, so send us your 15-second video, and that'll be on WhatsApp, and the number is 071-640-6551, so you can wish your loved ones a happy birthday live right here on Expresso.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers, cheers to you. I love milk.
Oh, well, a happy birthday to you if today is indeed your birthday. Teresa is joining us in studio, and if you were tuned in yesterday, the team whipped up a delicious cinnamon bun flavored coffee, but today we are making the real deal. Teresa is joining me in studio. We're going to use our Nespresso as well as the Il Cafe capsules, and then we are going to whip up some delicious, mouth-watering cinnabons that is going to be delicious for breakfast today. For the team.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, Teresa, I know that the recipe calls for 60 mils of coffee.
Yes. So that's going to go into our dough, and then we're going to add additional Nespresso into our icing.
Oh,
so you're getting a
fantastic.
double hit.
Getting a double hit.
Yes.
So we've got our machine here. It is on standby. So espresso is 40 milliliters.
Yeah.
So we've got that in here, and because the recipe asks for 60, we are just going to add a ristretto, which is an additional 22 ml. So I'm just going to pop that on and get it going for us.
Great.
There
So
we
easy,
go.
isn't it?
Very easy. It does everything for you, and then you look like the pro.
Brilliant, I love it. Okay, so I've got some flour, caster sugar, and a bit of salt in the bowl. And we're going to add some warm milk that's been mixed with yeast. So normally you would let this stand for a couple of minutes just to activate.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop that in there, and you're going to mix it into your dough.
So when you say you're going to leave it to stand to activate, you mean in the hot milk or the actual dough?
So make sure your milk is warm, not too hot, but you leave it in the milk. Yeah, and you'll see it'll get all frothy as the yeast activates and comes alive, and then you pour it in.
There we go.
So very, very easy. So I'm going to mix this up. And then when the Nespresso is ready, we'll add this into the dough as well.
Amazing. Okay, so I've got it ready for us.
Cool.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I love the smell.
Oh, I know.
And what's amazing about the Il Cafe is that this is the strongest out of their limited edition festive flavors. So you definitely get the strong, you want that flavor. Can I add it?
Yes, let's go for it.
There we go.
Brilliant. And this is a really great twist on a normal yeast dough. Such an interesting way to make it. So we're going to bring that together. While I'm doing this, do you want to maybe start on the icing?
Yes. So what have I got here in front of me?
So we've got some cream cheese, some icing sugar, and we're going to add more Nespresso to that as well for extra flavor. So this you only need right at the end.
So I emptied out all the Nespresso, but because we had a ristretto, I'm going to actually push it again because we should get another 22 ml out of it.
Perfect, that'll be perfect.
There we go. So I'm adding the sugar, icing sugar here, and what we've done is we've also got this recipe available for you. It's on our website, that's expressoshow.com.
Brilliant.
There we go, I'm just going to add this.
So you whip that together until it's well combined.
There we go. Can be a messy affair with like whenever you put an electric beater with anything, powder, flour.
I know. We've got our aprons, so we're all sorted.
There we go.
Okay, I'm going to bring this dough together.
Can I add our Il Cafe?
Yes, go for it.
In. So I love this. Absolutely amazing.
Especially this time of the morning. That's what we need.
There we go.
So I'm going to bring this together. So you would knead this, and then you would leave it to rise until it's doubled in size. But I'm obviously just going to carry on here.
Get that going for us.
Oh, that looks brilliant. That looks so good.
Oh, and it smells incredible. And what's amazing about the Il Cafe is that it is a blend of Vietnamese and Indonesian Robusta, and it also has some Colombian Arabica in it. There we go.
Well, it smells fabulous.
Coffee terms, it's like it's tongue twisters.
You're doing well, you're doing well. Okay, so this is our dough, and you can actually see the color from the coffee. It's got that slightly brownish color. Beautiful, it's going to taste amazing.
There we go.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our filling. So, sorry, I've got messy hands, but I'm going to just keep going.
There we go. So do you just pop some butter? Is that butter?
Some butter, yeah. We might actually use the beater for this, I think.
Okay.
So we're going to soften the butter. I'm going to add some sugar.
Is it okay if we keep the icing?
I think it's fine.
Just add extra flavor.
Yeah. So we give that a whisk. So it's the butter, your caster sugar, and a bit of cinnamon.
There we go.
So beautiful flavor again.
Get that all smoothed up.
Yes.
And this is our filling.
This is our filling. So we're going to pop this onto our dough. Just roll this out a bit more. So you want to roll this out to a thickness of about 1.5 centimeters.
There we go.
Oh, that looks perfect. Brilliant, thank you. Okay, so you're going to pop this on. And of course, when the buns bake, this is going to melt and make this beautiful filling.
So then you simply just roll it?
Spread it, yeah. Spread it, roll it, cut it, and arrange it in your tin. Then you leave it to rise for another 20 minutes, and then you bake it at 180 for about 15 minutes.
And then at the end, you add your coffee-flavored ice cream. Oh,
so
icing. There we go. Teresa, thank you so much for joining us in studio. And I mean, I can honestly say that the whole studio, it smells like Christmas, and coffee really can be enjoyed in so many more ways than just drinking it. So to get your hands on this delicious recipe, make sure you visit our website. That's expressoshow.com. There we go.
Yummy.
We chose some of the world's rarest local coffee crafts and refined them to create 5 distinct new tastes. After all, we are the choices we make.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is indeed your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso here in SABC3, and I'm honored because I'm at this round table with a roundtable discussion with two very talented people. And as you know, there's not much that compares to being with your loved ones and singing beloved carols and sacred hymns together during the festive season. And this Saturday, there's a treat for you. You can enjoy some of these holiday favorites from talented performers, as mentioned, if you head to Stellenbosch to catch the 3rd annual Carols Under the Stars Showcase being hosted by Karen Corkia. And she joins us now along with gospel performer and TV presenter and just a guy I aspire to be, Jonathan Rupain, to share more with us. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's like a lovely table discussion, you know, especially with a round table.
Let's talk about some serious stuff.
Let's be honest, okay? Now, let's start off. Honestly, this is the 3rd, all right? This is the 3rd edition of this incredible event. And despite everything that has happened this year, I'm sure it's been really tough to think, do we do it this year? Do we do it next year? Do we move the event?
Yes.
Why was it so important to you to say, let's keep with it, let's go for it, let's make this happen?
It's in aid of a children's home in Delft called Heavenly Haven, and I've partnered with him earlier this year. And you know, when you make a promise to a child, it's hard to break that promise. And each year, this is now the 3rd year that we do the carols, but what we do is after the carols, we go to the organization, Heavenly Haven, and then we just treat the kids, whether it's a lunch or whether it's Christmas presents or it's a cash injection into the foundation. So that is the drive behind Carols Under the Stars.
Carols Under the Stars. It sounds so beautiful, and I love the fact that it's, you know, it's that open air type of vibe. You know, you just enjoy. And I think caroling shouldn't be done indoors, man. You must do it outside. Where the neighbors can say, "I have FOMO. I want to come and visit," and also support the children's home, which is so important. From your side, Jonathan, I know that you know, we go way back. And,
Yes.
you know, that's why you also got your hair shaved on the sides. That's fine. But what I do want to say from your perspective, though, in terms of the lineup that's on show, I'm sure there's some really exciting things. So if anybody's sitting there thinking, why do I have to go to this thing? How would you tantalize their taste buds?
I think the way Karen got everyone together, she got people together who really has a nice vibe with each other. I think with Emo Adams, Robin Peters, who's also the MD of the show. There's Dean Smith, who's the MC, and I think we all got together because we love her. You know what I'm saying? So Robbie Jansen taught me one thing when I played with him many years ago. He said to me, it's important for us to have love amongst each other as musicians, you know?
True.
And then the people will feel the love. So when people come to the show, that is what they will get. They will feel that love, they will receive it.
Yes.
And it's going to be an amazing time on Saturday.
Do you understand now, after all of that, why I would like to be more like you? Like, I want to go now. I do. I really want to go. But it sounds great, and I love the fact that an event of this type of sort has got a soul. COVID-19 protocols, of course, everything has been sorted out from your side.
Everything is in place. The venue speed are very strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what people also don't know is there's a process that you have to go through. You have to get medics, you have to get security, you have to get permits for all these things, and also because I mean I am just as petrified about this pandemic and this virus that I wouldn't want to put myself in that position where I am exposed to the virus. We've picked a location and a proper venue that will obviously see to it that everything is in place. And I've got my own personalized mask.
Stop it. Look
Yes,
at that. Hey.
yes.
Wow.
So the people who's attending will all get masks like these to wear during the show.
That is beautiful, and I think it's going to be an amazing one. So thanks a lot to you, Jonathan, and to you, Karen. I know that there are going to be some performances coming up, and the third annual Carols Under the Star Showcase is taking place this Saturday, as mentioned, at the Speed Amphitheatre from 7 to 9 p.m. If you want some tickets, and in the words of Mariah Carey, all I want for Christmas is a jaw. Go to cricket.co.za.
Our next guest, Simi Arif, is known for telling it like it is. No sugarcoating there, so why would it be any different for this local funny man when it comes to the festive season? Simply put, it wouldn't. Together with Africa's retail giant Game, Simi is going to be chatting to us about their new and very creative Ungrump Yourself This Festive campaign and how exactly he intends on stopping 2020 from stealing Christmas. Simi, so good to see your beautiful face, man. How are you doing?
Thank you, Graham. It's good to see you and Zoe, you know, my eternal crush. This is the best Christmas gift I could get. I mean, when Game came through and they said, hey, you know what? We want to do this thing with you where you get to ungrump yourself, because I'm a very grumpy person naturally. I was like, that's fine. It's like, there's going to be an interview on Expresso. And I was like, will Zoe Brown be doing the interview? They said, yes. I said, Christmas, the gift that keeps on giving. That's why I'm here. So
he's on one knee now. You don't even see it, but he's actually on one knee now.
Well, we've tried that before.
For Zoe Brown. And do you know, Graham, I don't know about you, but do you believe in serendipity? Kismet.
I do. I'm very serendipitous in my belief system, yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy someone in the studio does, because Zoe Brown can't keep on denying this. I mean, now even campaigns are being made so we could fall in love, but she doesn't want to accept it. But Game have an excellent campaign, Ungrump Yourself. They chose the right person, Mr. Grumpy, and what I do is that whenever somebody on my Instagram or Twitter sends me a problem, I provide them with an Ungrump Yourself solution.
I love
which is backed by Game. So let's say, for example, you don't have a swimming pool, and you tell me, hey, Simi, I don't have a swimming pool. I tell you where to go. Go to Game. You can get yourself a small swimming pool and sit in the bath water.
Because it's hot.
Simi, I love it. And I can't think of a better person for Game to have chosen to team up with. Now, when it comes to ungrumping 2020, the year itself, how do you plan on doing that?
Well, firstly, my love language is vaccine. So when I get one of those, I'll ungrump myself easily. But until then, when people always say material things don't bring you happiness, no, they're wrong. Game has some excellent specials. You can bring all the happiness in the world, ungrump your 2020, move into 2021 hoping for a vaccine, and then you'll still have gifts that Game can supply for you.
I love that. You're just in line behind the Queen. I think she's first in line, and then you're there, man.
No, I don't know if you guys saw that the second person in the UK that got the vaccine, his name was William Shakespeare.
I saw that.
Talk about serendipity, man.
People are getting it.
So you are the agony aunt, okay, in this case. What advice do you have for our viewers out there for them to ungrump themselves this festive season, man?
If you do need to go out, like, make sure it's quick and stuff. And if you do happen to go out and you see a game store, go there and get the good deals. I wouldn't be promoting this thing if they weren't good deals. I would say no to the gig, but they are good deals. Like, I bought myself a speaker because I have loud neighbors and they will be hearing my music that I play over the festive period. So that's an excellent way of how I ungrump myself.
Well, you'll definitely be making them grumpy.
Well, then they need to go to game and get a bigger speaker. That's up to them.
That's the cycle of life in Simi's world. But Simi, you know what? It's so, I love listening to you because you're making us laugh, and I feel like that is what we all need after this very, very long year. Now, from your side, why do you think it's so important, like, for families to laugh together and fun ways to do that?
I am a very family-orientated person. So there's no decision I make that doesn't have my mom, dad, or my sister involved. And I think it's all my memories, all my great memories come from spending time with my family. And I think everybody, even if you're fighting with family, I mean, we laugh about some of the fights that we used to have in the past. Like, my sister and I used to try almost kill each other. And my dad would, like, bring a belt out. And it would be like, whoever gets to the belt first wins. You know? But I'm just like, these are memories that families make. And I think family is so important, especially during this time, because I think the one good thing about being in a global pandemic is that you get closer to the people that you spend a vast majority of time with.
I love that, man. I'm going to ask you very quickly for your final answer, a one-word answer. If you could get one thing from game for yourself to ungrump yourself this festive, what would that be?
Zoe Brown.
I'm not from game.
She can't. She's not available.
You have to get it from game.
You can't buy a sweet, sweet mamacita from game? Wow. Okay. I think definitely I would get a PlayStation 5. That'll be...
Thank you. I was going to say the only other thing that could make your day would be a PlayStation 5. Buddy, you are a very, very funny human being. Thank you for making us laugh, and I would imagine a lot of other people are going to be laughing as well as you help them ungrump this festive. Buddy, keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying safe. Keep your family safe as well, and have the most amazing festive season.
Thank you, and you guys too. I always enjoy speaking to both of you all the time, and thanks for making time for me.
Thanks, Simi. And what better way to stop 2020 stealing Christmas than with a competition where you can win big. Now, we want to know how you will be ungrumping yourself this festive season. Just reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter post with the hashtag #GotGame and hashtag #UngrumpYourself to stand a chance to win a 2,000 Rand Game Stores voucher. Those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and the competition runs until the 22nd of December this year.
And remember, opening hours, and you want to know this, write it down, on Monday to Friday from 9 until 6, then Saturdays from 9 until 5, and even on Sundays and public holidays from 9 until 4. Go and get that Christmas shopping done and do it now.
Welcome back to the show, guys. I hope that you are staying at home this weekend because there are a bunch of exciting movies to be watched. And JP is in studio to talk about it.
That's the whole reason we want you to stay at home. It's the movies, not the state of affairs.
But we got taken care of. At least we can be entertained. And there's a bunch of films that are available to watch at home
Some
right now.
pretty good ones, yeah. Talking about what's releasing on SABC this weekend. And the first one is Cadillac Records. Have you seen it?
I have not. I'm excited to see it because Mos Def is in it.
Yes.
I love Mos Def.
Our boy, growing up, who is now by the going...
Yassine Bey.
Yassine Bey, that's right. He plays Chuck Berry in this, but it's a minor role. Most important people in this are Jeffrey Wright, that lady who you might recognize, and a relative newcomer, Beyonce, Bey-Once, I can't remember. No, she's actually really fantastic.
She's famous or something?
Yeah, like, I don't know, did a song? No, she's one of two of her very good roles. The other one was Dreamgirls, which was like 2 yeers before, so shame. This one actually didn't get the light of day for being sort of too similar, period-wise. Beyonce, Jeffrey Wright, who you might remember from James Bond, from 007, Casino Royale, from Manchurian Candidate. He's, what's the robots TV show, Westworld?
Yes!
He's a scientist in that. Absolutely good actor. He deserves these flowers, and people need to notice him more often, I suppose. But Cadillac Records, I think, was from when? 2008 or something like that. Adrian Brody as well, obviously Oscar winner for The Pianist.
Of course, yeah.
So...
and that nose, you won an award for that nose.
Oh, well, you can talk, so I'm going to hold off on that one. So it's a music biopic, and usually to get these right, it's really hard to mine deep and whatever. And sometimes I want them to, either focus on a period in a musician's life because it's too broad and too thin spread or whatever. And sometimes, it helps to do what they're doing here, which is speak about several artists all at once. And so this includes the genesis of rock. This is before the Beatles, before the Rolling Stones, before Genesis. That in Chicago in the 60s, Chess Records, originally Cadillac Records, found people like Muddy Waters, the guy who put a guitar in Jimi Hendrix's hands, ostensibly, with one of the greatest of all time. Etta James, who Beyonce Knowles plays in this, Chuck Berry, who we just mentioned. Like, humble beginnings of something that is now $1 billion industry. These records were being sold out of a boot of a Cadillac.
So when can we catch that?
That will be on SABC on Sunday at 9 p.m. Have I got it right? Yes?
Yes, you have.
Thank you.
And then another classic music film that we kind of grew up watching.
Yeah, of course. We had to be weaned off this.
That's on tonight.
Yes, we would know, of course, because, of course, Carter JP grew up on Stomp the Yard. Lies, fake news, all of it. Actually stars a guy who is in the Cadillac Records.
Stomp the Yard?
Yes. Check the first guy's name. He's a relative.
Columbus Short.
Yes, Columbus Short, that's right. So he's the main guy in this, and Stomp the Yard was one of these dance movies before. Wow, can a human do that? This is like before CGI, yes, Chris Brown, who, if people remember this correctly, has like a record time spent on screen in this movie. He, as you see, Hofbrook comes to play in this movie. Someone gets 187'd. It's a very bad situation for this young man because his brother passes away in a fight, and he has to take this opportunity whether to put his life on the straight and narrow, go to college, take this one shot and an opportunity to escape the difficulties of life. There, instead of breakdancing that he's so much more used to, he finds stomping the yard, which is something I don't think we're used to in South Africa, that like fraternities do these like Macarena type things and whatever. A lot more energized.
That's what you did at school, yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, shame me publicly. I was a cheerleader, like this guy, the most grumpy guy on earth.
So the next movie you're going to have to sell me on, because I'm not necessarily convinced that this is going to be entertaining.
What?
There we go, that's what I like to hear. So it's called Four Against the Bank?
You mean Vier gegen die Banken, because it is, as everyone knows, a German comedy. One of their third greatest exports, I believe, after Cars, after Wurst, and yes, eventually comedy, right? Germans are well known for. Wolfgang Petersen. Tell us some of the names of the movies that Wolfgang Petersen has done before. All of you know.
Outbreak, Air Force One with Harrison Ford,
and Gary Oldman.
Troy, which was okay. There are people that love Troy.
I'm not going to knock the Troy people. They look all muscular and oiled up. I couldn't take them in a fight. That's a weird thing to say early in the morning. Four Against the Bank is a bunch of German guys. A man jumps out the window because he is threatened to have his ears schneid, or whatever the German word is for having your eggs cut. They are screwed over by the bank. And so similar to a previous movie that we had recently called Going in Style with Morgan Freeman, where these old men decide to get their own back, and they rob the bank that robbed them. And so one of these insider heist type movies, comedy at least, if you like that kind of thing. Say if you like Snatch, if you like some of the Tarantino type stuff, whatever. Obviously not necessarily at the same caliber, but...
that level of entertainment.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be loads of fun, especially if we all want a taste of revenge against the Big Bang.
So when can we catch that?
That one is on SABC3 at 9 p.m. on Sunday.
On Sunday, okay, cool. Yeah. So it's Friday at 9:30.
What?
But
sorry, it's today, 9:30.
So there's a whole bunch of films that you can be catching. Thank you, JP. I really appreciate that. Jamie, let us know what's happening next.
I feel like we need to touch on the fact that JP was a cheerleader.
I know, right? I'm trying to see me with his pom-poms. Hey, Mickey, you're so fun. You're so fun. Okay.
It
was true. Well, listen, this next story is what movies are made of. If there's one word we can use to describe 2020, it would be extreme. Lives were certainly turned upside down, but MTN's hashtag Remake 2020 Moments competition is giving viewers and subscribers a chance to change that.
That's right, and Tabiso caught up with the first lucky winner, Chanel Kutsia, who recently got to celebrate her graduation, and that's all thanks to the hashtag Remake 2020.
For many, if not all of us, the year 2020 has been a complete shift in the way that we think about our day-to-day lives. But MTN launched this incredible campaign, hashtag Remake 2020, which is all about making up for those special moments that we missed. For one lucky winner, Chanel Kutsia, that means getting to celebrate her graduation ceremony. Get your mask on, it's time to party. Listen to the hashtag Remake 2020. What a beautiful campaign by MTN. This has been a tough year for everyone. We've all been trying to figure out what our next step should be. And in the moment that we tried to do that, we lost so many opportunities to really capture those milestones in life and those learnings in life. And this campaign, it's about reflecting and stepping back, especially around this time of the year, and looking at all those things that happened during the year, getting them all back and remaking your year, because we've got to claim back our power. Hashtag Remake the year.
I just want to thank you guys all for being here today. I really appreciate that you all came. Thank you for being there for me. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you.
All right, one, 2, 3, and... Hey, there you go. The Remake 2020 campaign is all about recapturing those special moments and bringing them back to life, and really making up for all those missed opportunities to connect with friends and loved ones in the most beautiful way. As you can see, the celebration tonight is all about reminding us to live life responsibly. Chanel, graduating is such an incredible achievement for any scholar who goes through all of those years, putting in all the hours, all the time, all of the research, and finally getting to this moment, which for you couldn't happen because of COVID-19. Were you disappointed when you knew that and found out that you couldn't graduate this year in the way that you had hoped for?
Yeah, I was really disappointed when I found out that because of COVID, I wasn't going to have a big graduation, walking over the stage, the moment that I've been looking forward to since I was 10 years old. And when my sister graduated the first time, I was so excited to see that this is what's going to happen to me. But then when all of this happened, I was so excited to finally have a moment to celebrate. I might not have been able to get everything I want, but I still got everything that I love. And graduating in a time like this is just, it's amazing, just knowing that I still did it throughout all the hardships.
You must believe in yourself always. And that is one thing that I can say about Chanel. She believes in herself.
No, I just would like to tell Chanel and the other graduates that the road to success is not easy. So just to keep on believing in yourself.
Don't give up. You can do this no matter what happens. What's happening to you isn't just happening to you. Just know that there are people out there working just as hard as you are, trying just as hard as you are, and you can do this because this is your goal and you can reach your goal. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
I mean, there's excitement all over the place today, and we celebrate more exciting news because MTN is unlocking some incredible value for their customers and all of their subscribers during this season. What all of this means is that you are unlocking a world of really fantastic rewards, and it goes through your Yellow Bucks and your My MTN accounts. Pretty easy to get as well. What you need to do is download the MTN app or dial *234# and register. Unlock a world of benefits and rewards with Yellow Bucks. Ladies, what a celebration we've experienced today. I am seeing all of the excitement in your eyes, but I'll start with you, Mum. You know what it takes to help your child get through this type of challenge. What's your advice to all the parents?
Believe in your child's dream, always support them, love them, show them that love and support, and be there for them.
A proud big sister. Look at the excitement behind that mask. We can all see it in your eyes. How are you feeling about your sister's mask there?
Tabi, so all I can tell you is that I'm bursting with pride. I don't think there's really something that can explain what I'm feeling, but seeing the hard work that she put in, I literally have to be that sister to tell her, listen, just push through that little bit, man. She pushed through all of that and she made it.
What an evening. It's been such an honor to celebrate Chanel Kutier's graduation ceremony with her loved ones. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Inspiring too. And it's been tough. It's been a tough year. A year that's had us all turn everything upside down. But these are the kind of stories that have us forging forward. And this is how we end it on a high note.
Oh, what a remarkable story. Now, if you've missed out on a special occasion this year, MTN is still running its #Remake 2020 campaign until the 31st of January 2021, with the opportunity for all subscribers to stand a chance to earn their share of 100 million rand in rewards.
Now, don't miss out on anything more. Visit @MTN_ZA on Facebook or Twitter for more details.
No weddings. Sorry guys, no chisanyama. The year doesn't have to end the way it started. MTN is gonna help us remake 2020 with 100 million in rewards. Let's go!
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on SABC3. And I can tell you that there are some big fixtures all around the world this weekend. And I'm telling you, the Curry Cup, that is the type of rugby that makes you hungry for more. Then tomorrow, Old Trafford hosts the 183rd Manchester Derby between Manchester United and Manchester City. And in Formula One, newly crowned world champion Lewis Hamilton returns to the grid. Now, if you have any heart problems, you go see a cardiologist. If you have a sport problem, you go see your sportologist. Jeremy Harris, welcome to Expresso, my friend.
That's right. Can they change my thing that says it should say sportologist?
You have to, because the way, I mean, you have the in-depth analysis that we need, and I think let's start off with Curry Cup. It's a very, very exciting tournament. I'm so glad it's happened this year. I thought it was not going to happen, but it's here, and obviously Western Province, no bias here because, you know, we can't, but let's just jump into that straight one. Western Province, Pumas, what do you think?
Look, I think they're surely going to have too much firepower for the Pumas. It's out at DHL Newlands. Admittedly, no fans, but still, the gears of the old stadium will surely carry them across the line. But I think Province as well going to be hungry for a win. They've stood at the door of a win in the last couple of games, only to cough up a loss, and they're not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, grab defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Exactly.
That sort of thing. It's been happening. It's frustrating, but let's hope that changes things over here. So let's go to Cheetahs and Lions, the big cat fight, as they're calling it at the moment. What do you think in that particular fixture?
Tough one to call. I'm going to give it to the Cheetahs just on the basis that it just seems like a slightly more open game for them. But it's, as I say, tight and tough one to call. But I think your feature game, surely your next one against between the Sharks and the Bulls. I mean, the champions-elect, already the champions in Super Rugby, the Bulls. And that is going to be a quality game.
I feel like all the Bulls players watch Chasing the Sun. I have a good feeling that's how they play. You know, they got that fierce, they got that unity, and you can tell all over the field that they're dominant, especially at the breakdown. I've watched a few of their games, and I think it's going to be a fantastic fixture.
Yes,
no doubt.
It is. Big teams, big names, and as I said, that one for me is the feature game of the weekend.
Talking about feature games now, I don't want to go into this. It's been a tough week for Manchester United supporters. I don't want to touch on a bruise here, Jeremy, but it's the Manchester Derby. Yeah. Now, this can go two ways. You can either go further down the rabbit hole of defeat with Manchester United, or you can be the wounded animal and come back with something completely incredible. What do you think? Manchester Derby?
Look, it's not so much a bruise, Carl, as a complete open gaping wound at the moment, because who knows what United team will do. It does seem to lift both teams. Will it lift United? Well, we can only hope so.
Unpopular opinion over here, but I'm saying that I think the likes of Bruno Fernandes as well as Marcus Rashford are going to take this onto their shoulders and actually take the fight to Manchester City. That's what I believe.
Yeah. No, look, I think you're probably right. Those two have been the form players, but it would be nice if the other 9 players could also step up and take the fight to Manchester
Would be
City
nice
as well.
And then, of course, another one I would focus on is that Everton started and they looked like champions-elect in the beginning, the way they came through. I mean, then Richarlison got injured, and next thing you know, there was a bit of a dip, and then now it seems like they're patchy. Then you got the likes of, Chelsea. And when you buy that many players, Lampard's got pressure on him to perform every single weekend. Yeah. I mean, they've given you a massive wallet. Do something with it. Everton, Chelsea. I also feel like one of the big games of the weekend.
Yes, no, exactly. And in fact, that would be, in any game that involves Chelsea, I think is a game well worth watching. It's certainly got a lot of stars, but sometimes they don't perform to potential. But I think that's probably true of most of the big teams sometimes. But it is going to be a nice game to watch. Everton have always, sort of shown that they're able to rise to the occasion. I know that there's been this dip in the last few weeks where they've sort of just fallen off the pace a bit. But I think for good reason. The budgets aren't as big maybe as the boys out at Stamford Bridge. So, I mean, let's see. It's certainly going to be entertaining football.
So from football, we go to Formula One for a second, because Lewis Hamilton has made what is probably the fastest recovery from the coronavirus after last weekend, contracting the virus and now a clear COVID-19 test, and he'll be taking on Abu Dhabi. Thoughts on the last that Formula One race?
Look, it just goes to show that when you've got somebody in your car driving faster than you want to get back in that car as quickly as possible.
Very true.
But, I mean, all due respect to Lewis, I think that he, and most of them, just cannot, there's that competitive streak inside you, and you sit out one game and one drive in that particular instance, and you must be itching. Everything is going, let me get back into the car, let me get back onto the track. So, I think he wants to end the season on a high.
Absolutely. It's a massive weekend, of course, and I can tell you that you got rugby, you've got football, you've got Formula One. All I want to do is thank Jeremy Harris for all of the analysis, and of course, you're going to have a fantastic and amazing sports weekend as we jump into some news right here in Expresso.
Thank you, Carl. Well, let's jump into your national headlines. South Africa intends to fast-track regulatory approval for COVID-19 vaccines and expects the first applications within a fortnight. The South African Health Products Regulatory Authority has said. A spokesperson for the regulator said it would prioritize all COVID-19 applications and apply an expedited approach to health products, including vaccines. It would also rely on guidance from the World Health Organization, work done by international counterparts such as the European and US pharmaceutical regulators to avoid repeating work already done that could delay approvals. And the Western Cape Education Minister, Debbie Schaefer, has welcomed the cancellation of this year's Plet Rage festivals as the second wave of coronavirus has hit the country. Teens are among those who have shown the highest number of new infections. Schaefer has called on learners to avoid all such gatherings and parties this year. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre of the Garden Route District Municipality has requested that the army be deployed in the area to ensure that people comply with COVID-19 regulations. And we now move abroad, where another mysterious metal monolith has popped up on the riverbank in the Polish capital, Warsaw, the latest in a string of similar objects that have recently appeared in Europe, the US, the Netherlands, and Britain. The first structure made news after it appeared in the Utah desert late last month. Then two others cropped up in Southern California and Romania days later. Another appeared on a beach on the Isle of Wight on Sunday, and another in the Netherlands on the same day. No one has yet claimed responsibility. And accepting the Nobel Peace Prize in a ceremony held online because of the coronavirus, the World Food Programme yesterday warned of a hunger pandemic it said could be worse than COVID-19. Executive Director David Beasley said because of the numerous wars, climate change, the widespread use of hunger as a political and military weapon, and the global health pandemic, some 270 million people are headed for starvation. The UN agency, founded in 1961, feeds tens of millions of people each year, 97 million in 2019, and that is across all continents. And now, an African country leading the way with regards to bicycle innovations. Rwanda is leading the way in Africa with regards to bicycle innovations, with its cycling federation going full out to streamline activities and encourage cycling tourism. And it's a win-win situation with land of hilly landscapes. It has in the past hosted several international cycling competitions, and that includes the Tour de Rwanda. And these cycling events influence tourists to stay longer and spend more money. On the other hand, Rwanda, like many other developing countries, also faces increasing motorization and worsening air quality. The traffic-related air pollution in the capital of Kigali is a major source of air pollution. The new master plans for Kigali include district elements of non-motorized transport, for example, more and more use of bicycles. Also, the emphasis on green mobility has created a great environment for innovation and entrepreneurship in micro-mobility, or otherwise stated, for bicycles and more bicycles. Now, to encourage this, the government has been truly supportive in cutting taxes on bicycle parts and fully backs the case for increased cycling aimed at increasing tourism and cleaner air. And like the song from Katie Malua goes, there are 9 million bicycles in Beijing. One can only wonder how many bicycles are in Kigali. Well, on that note, that's where I leave your morning headlines. Let's take another look at your sport with Carl.
Let's jump on to some sport now, and Cricket South Africa and Sri Lanka. Cricket yesterday announced that the two-match test series between the two teams scheduled to take place from Boxing Day will continue as planned. The series is part of the ICC World Test Championship. The second test will start on the 3rd of January next year. On to some rugby. The Currie Cup will enter round 3 this evening when Western Province and the Pumas go head-to-head. That'll be at Newlands from 7 p.m. Tomorrow, a big cat fight will play out between the Cheetahs and the Lions at 4:30 p.m. in Bloemfontein. And the final match of the weekend, one of the big ones, sees the Sharks host the Bulls. That'll be in Durban at 7 p.m. On to some football. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal top Group B in the UEFA Europa League with 100% record in their group stages when they overcame Dundalk 4-2 at the Aviva Stadium. In other results, Tottenham Hotspur beat a Royal Antwerp, that was 2-0, and Leicester City overcame AEK Athens, that was also 2-0 over there. And staying with football, Manchester United will take on rivals Manchester City this weekend in the biggest clash of the English Premier League. The Manchester Derby will take place at Old Trafford. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. In other Premier League fixtures to plan this weekend, Everton face Chelsea, Crystal Palace host Tottenham Hotspur, and Fulham face defending champions Liverpool. And now for some motorsport, reigning Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton has been declared fit for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix after a negative COVID-19 test. The 35-year-old Briton missed last week's race after contracting the coronavirus. His countryman George Russell, who raced in his place for Mercedes, will return to Williams. That's it for your sport for now. Now we get to cross live to Botongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve, where Kuhle reports on our weather.
Thank you so much for the sports update, Carl. What's up, team? A very good morning to you, South Africa. Ikamalam Gugutle Adams coming to you live and in charge from the Botongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve near Krugersdorp in the cradle of humankind. Before we get into the weather forecast for the day, let's first have a look at your stunning sunrise pictures. Suzette Koen captured this warm golden sunrise from Jeffreys Bay in the Eastern Cape. You can expect quite a cloudy day, reaching a cool maximum of 21 degrees. Fatakan from Richards Bay captured a sunrise from the harbour. What a stunning view. Now you can expect a very warm day with a maximum of 36 degrees. Best you get your sunscreen on and stay hydrated. Thank you so much for your beautiful sunrise pictures that you keep on sharing with us on our Facebook page. Please continue to do so and show us how you wake up in your part of the country, and we will show it live on the show. Now let's get into some international weather news. It is reported that an enormous 4,200 square kilometre iceberg is heading towards South Georgia Island, a remote British overseas territory off the southern tip of South America in the southern Atlantic, where scientists say a collision could devastate wildlife by threatening the food chain. Scientists have long been watching this climate-related event unfold as the iceberg has meandered and advanced over 2 years since breaking off from the Antarctic Peninsula. Fears are that the iceberg, in hitting the island, could crush marine life on the seafloor, including coral, sponges and plankton. Should it lodge on the island's flank, it could also block seals along with the island's 2 million penguins from their normal foraging routes. Whether that collision is days or weeks away is still yet unclear, as the iceberg, only some 50 kilometers away, has picked up speed and then slowed down again in the ocean currents along the way. Now we bring it back home with the temperatures for our beautiful country. If you find yourself at Polokwane, do expect some partly cloudy conditions with temperatures ranging from 19 reaching a high of 31. Bombela, you kick off this Friday morning with a minimum of 22 and will reach a warm 34 degrees, but be on the lookout for some thunder showers in the afternoon. Pretoria 18-31. Josima Boneng, do expect 25% chance of rain forecast for this Friday. Mahikeng 19-32. And Klerksdorp, it's a mostly sunny day, but thunder showers are forecast at 51% chance of rain. A sunny one in Kimberley with a maximum temperature of 35 degrees. If you find yourself at Bloemfontein, you'll also enjoy a mostly sunny Friday with a maximum of 32. Richards Bay coming through with the highest temperature in the country, starting the day with 24 degrees and reaching an afternoon high of 36. It's going to be a hot one at Richards Bay. Pietermaritzburg 19-31. Partly cloudy conditions for South Africa's playground Durban. 23 is the start of your day, and you will end it off with a maximum of 28 degrees. Tata 17-28 with 40% chance of rain forecast for the day. East London, some cloudy conditions in your part of the country with temperatures reaching a high of 24 degrees. Cradock 14-33. The friendly city of Port Elizabeth, some grey skies forecast 17-22. It's a rainy day in George at 57% chance of rain is forecast. Cape Town 14-20, also be on the lookout for some showers. Worcester 11-24, partly cloudy conditions in Sutherland 8-21, and of course Uppington with a low of 14, reaching a high of 33 degrees. Well, this was your 7 o'clock weather roundup. We'll have another look at your stunning sunrise pictures and the weather forecast for the day at the top of the hour. But for now, remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day.
And a feel-good Friday kind of day it's going to be, because we just heard all about the 3rd annual Carols Under the Stars showcase taking place tomorrow at the Spear Amphitheatre in Stellenbosch, featuring a slew of talented local performing artists. Now, one of those singers is Vuvu Khumalo, and she's taking to the Expresso stage with her rendition of the timeless holiday classic Jingle Bells. Take it away.
Dashing through the snow with a one-nose open sleigh, all the wheels we go, laughing all the way, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, we're singing songs tonight. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle, jingle. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle, jingle. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. An open sleigh, dashing through the snow with a one-horse open sleigh. All the way I'd go, well, laughing all the way, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring while they're singing special songs. What fun it is to sing along a swinging song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle, jingle. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle, jingle. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. An open sleigh, an open sleigh. Jingle, jingle bells. Can't you hear that jingle bell? She's dashing through the snow. Finally, oh baby, got a mistletoe. Jingle, jingle bells. Can't you hear that jingle bells? We're laughing every day, we're kissing every hand because we jingle all the way. Jingle, jingle.
Are you ready to stand a chance to win 100% goodness prizes with Crush, such as Nutri-Bullets, Veggie Bullets, Tefal kitchen appliances, bar fridges, skincare products, fitness products, and vouchers? 100% you are. 100% goodness winners will be announced daily on Expresso from Monday to Friday from September through December. To enter, buy Crush promo packs. See the back of the label to scratch, and if you find a unique code, dial the USSD number on the pack to stand a chance to win immediate prizes or go into the grand prize draw. If you do not find a unique code, keep buying Crush to find the hidden codes. Crush is 100% fruity, fresh, tasty, and refreshing.
Made with love by Clover.
To be outside, loving your green spaces, enjoying the transformation you can bring about with your hands. Make Stihl part of your sweet summer magic, because with Stihl, summer is better. And so is your home. Bring nature home with Stihl.
Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on SABC3.
Absolutely. And we're crossing live to Kutle, who is at the Botongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve in Krugersdorp near the Cradle of Humankind, and the wild awaits her.
Like the sound of that. I'm pretty sure Jamie Lee and Zoe, you guys are so jealous of me because it's December holiday time and I'm out here at one of my favorite places in the entire world, the Botongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve near Krugersdorp in the Cradle of Humankind. I am joining Chef Naidu right now at the Neck and Deck restaurant where he's going to be making breakfast fit for queens and kings that we are. Chef, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Gusli.
What are we going to be making right now?
Basically, we're doing what we call the Botongo platter. It's a variation of everything that we have on our menu to offer here at the Neck and Deck at the Botongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve. And yes, that's about it.
It looks really delicious and mouth-watering. And one thing that the viewers and my colleagues know about me is that I love food and I love to eat. So we're going to go through the ingredients, Chef, quickly. What do we have here? I see some eggs, mushrooms, beans, onions, pepper, green and red pepper.
Yes.
There's something in the container. What's that one?
There we're going to do our signature breakfast dish, which is spicy chicken livers. Yes. And yeah, with the plate has a bit of everything on it that we have, which is our hash browns. Our baked beans is sauteed with a bit of salt and pepper. We have some mushrooms here. Okay. Just gonna go with a bit of salt and pepper on that.
It looks so delicious. And you know what this reminds me of? When I'm home during the holiday season and my mom is just cooking up a storm, welcoming her children back from wherever part of the country they are from. We have bacon, sinevorsi, kukui mushrooms, eat beans, eat kanda, some toast. It's just a feast here in the morning right now. I'm pretty sure it is a fan favorite, right?
It is, definitely.
So now we're finishing off with the egg.
That's it.
Is that the final one? Oh no, we still have spicy chicken livers.
Yeah, spicy chicken livers. What happens here is we put it onto our grill. What we do is we pre-spice it so it absorbs the spice, gets marinated nicely. We turn it over.
But you obviously can't tell us how you marinated because
no,
it's
definitely not. That's a secret recipe. I will get fired if I had to do that.
No, but you can tell me.
What we do is we had a bit of, I'm not going to tell you, it's a secret sauce.
Okay.
But we had a bit of that, sauteed to perfection, nice and soft, medium, not overcooked.
The smell from the sauce is just divine. Chef, are we done like this? We're just going to wait for it to cook?
Yes, we're just going to wait a while and then we're almost there.
I love it. You know what I love most about this plate is that it has everything that everyone loves. It can accommodate all your needs. You can spice it up and switch it up however way you wish to do so as well, especially during the festive season. How do you feel, Chef?
I feel good. I love my job. I love
How
what I do.
long have you been doing it?
I've been chefing for approximately 15 years now.
Wow.
At different venues.
And your speciality?
I'm Indian.
Oh, I see.
But the house speciality here would be we have a killer mopani worm dish. And then now spicy liver is all secret recipes that have been handed down from generation to generation.
Wow.
So when we entered here, we've been taught the Botongo way to cook. So that's it.
And can I tell you something? The first time I had mopani worms was actually here.
Is
at
it?
the Neck and
Did
Deck
you enjoy
restaurant.
it?
I did. They were very crispy. They were dunked in some sauce. Where's Chef Lihan? Chef Lihan will tell you which sauce it was, but it was interesting. That's all I can say, Chef. They were very interesting.
You enjoyed it. That's good.
I did
They are
enjoy
interesting.
it. Okay, so we have the final product over here. Am I allowed to just dig in and try to taste?
Be my guest.
I'm just
with
going to
pleasure.
go for the wors, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm a meat kind of person. In fact, I'm going to take this one. This plate is mine, and you're making that for yourself.
You're welcome. We cook for you. You can
know
enjoy
what?
it.
You have outdone yourself. If this is anything to go by, the Neck and Deck restaurant has fantastic world-class chefs. And you, sir, thank you once again. You guys, I'm pretty sure you're also hungry, but unfortunately, this one is mine. Chef, thank you.
My pleasure, ma'am. Please visit us again.
We are definitely jealous, Kuchle.
I have FOMO so much right now, but in the meantime, look out for next week, Friday, the 18th of December, when we showcase all the amazing new facilities at the Botongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve.
That's exciting. And of course, if you really want to get that family feeling, you can visit this weekend, and you can visit it at rhinolion.co.za.
There are so many reasons to visit this beautiful part of the world. The wild awaits.
You know, you can make your home a nature reserve. That's if you know exactly what to use. And I mean, from out in the wild to back home in our gardens, those little micro nature reserves that we have, without trimming and pruning hedgerows, shrubs and bushes, on a regular basis, they grow rapidly and leave the garden looking overgrown. And garden guru Tanya Visser is here to help you hashtag bring nature home this summer with the tips on how to keep our garden looking manicured. Take a look.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tanya Visser, your gardening guru. Yesterday, if you missed out, we had lesson 1 on hints and tips of how to get the perfect lawn. Today, we're talking trimming. What does that mean? Well, that means the parts of the lawn that the lawnmower can't get to that haven't been cut. So does that mean that you put out the pair of scissors to start cutting the edges where the lawnmower didn't get, or a hedge trimmer that you're going to try and get on the edges? No, guys. This is where you use the right tools for the right job. And I've got, wait for it, battery-operated trimmer. All right, so to get this baby going, all we need is the battery. And we need to pop this guy in. Right in the back here, nice and easy. One click. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Now, look at this guy. He's very, very tall. And for shorties like me, it's really easy to adjust. Pop this little button in here and pull the shaft back. Look at that. Much better. But now I think I just want to adjust this guy here. Well, now this is much more comfortable. Do you see if I can balance it there? One hand. Now we're talking. You know, got my driver ready. I'm good for action. Guys, there are a couple of important things to remember when using your trimmer. Number 1, keep it close to your body. Use your body almost as the pillar to guard it against, because that gives you the accuracy. And of course, not only is it a trimmer, but if you want to cut the edges, if you've got edging, cobble edging, or just where the lawn meets the garden bed, then you just turn the baby sideways and away you go. This battery-operated guy is the bomb. No mess, no fuss, no cords, no petrol, no mixing, and it's quiet. And all I need is a bit of eye protection and closed shoes, and I am good to go. Now, one thing with trimmers is that you always hear the complaint, especially when garden services are being used. They ring bark all my trees, or they cut too close to the edge. Well, guys, there is a solution for that, and that's this guy over here. This little safety guy, and you might just think it's a pretty little piece of wire. Well, actually, it has a purpose. Now, watch when I do this. That actually is a safety guard. So, folks, you probably think that I have broken every safety rule in the book because the battery is in, and I've been fiddling over here, playing with it, and you might think, Tanya, what if that thing switches on? Well, watch here. Push that forward, put your palm on here, push that forward. Oh, she's not going. That's because it's designed with a specific 2 clicks in order for the battery to work. Right now, 1 click. Remember? When I put it in, 1 click. In order for it to engage into working, you've got to do the 2nd click. Another amazing safety feature. And guys, like any garden tools that you have, no matter what it is, even if it's a trowel or a trimmer, it's important to look after them. Remember, with this guy, disengage the battery, and then we can get to the parts where we make sure we keep it clean. So after every use, get a paintbrush, get rid of this over here, because guys, let me tell you, if you've got weeds in your lawn, those seeds tend to stick here. You don't want that happening, because the next time you use it and this is dried out and you start jumping around your garden, guess what? You're just dispersing the seeds free of charge. So always a good cleaning afterwards, and remember, it'll last you for many years to come. Well folks, that's the 101 on trimming, the do's and don'ts and how to get it right. Remember, with the right tools, everything can actually be a whole lot of fun, and you might actually want to do more. So stick with us, same time, tomorrow, same place. We're talking the dirt on grime.
Do you understand? That's why I want Tanya Visser to be my barber. I mean, that's beautiful, it really is. But don't forget, you stand the chance to win either a pair of Stihl HSA 26 hand-held shears or their GTA 26 hand-held pruner. Just reply to the competition post on our Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and tell us which of these two gardening tools you would love and why. Don't forget to hashtag Stihl Summer in your answer, and hurry and get those entries in. Competition closes this weekend on Sunday, 30 December at midnight. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Let's start a band!
Air guitar. Who's good at air guitar? Anyone in South Africa? No one? Okay, fine. Let's do this. Movies.
Okay, so there are movies at the cinema, which is really exciting, and that's another reason that you're here.
That's exciting, I guess.
I like going to the movies.
I do, man.
But you got to be careful when you go to the movies.
Yes, you
but
do.
It's really fun to go.
But watch something really tense so you don't breathe.
So the couple of movies that we've got that aren't really that tense, but one is. The first one is a film called Dinner with Friends.
Very creative name, right? You've never heard of anything like that before. So comedy. I like, you know, people have all these staples for Christmas, like, yeah, I need Die Hard, I need this like throwaway action, I need this corny thing or whatever. There's probably like a subgenre of just like forgettable comedy that everyone's like, yeah, that's something that like, I don't know, when I'm too like fat after lunch to reach for the remote, I have to watch the movie.
Giggle.
Maybe. Look, shame. My sense of humor is different to other people. But Dinner with Friends, Christmas hasn't gotten crazier for like the 20th year in a row. It's, you know, getting together with your crazy family type story. One girl is like, the basket case, who can't get her life in order? And like the ex-boyfriend is brought to the party for reasons why. Why would... Oh, sorry, by the way, let me just first get into the story. Actually, I just said it all. It's going to be like played out in South Africa as a Christmas movie. There you see someone's got a turkey. In America, it was called Friendsgiving, very intelligently, because it was a Thanksgiving movie, but obviously I have to change it because South Africans don't know what that means. So maybe it is just for 'tis the season, irrespective of what you're celebrating. You were mentioning some names that look similar to while we weren't recording, such as...
Wanda Sykes?
Wanda Sykes is great, yes, but I'll say the other movies that it reminds you of, The Hangover, for example.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So The Hangover, old school.
If you like that, it hits all the notes. I'm sure that it will hit the spot for... I suppose everyone needs some cheering up during this time, right? dinner with friends.
So if you're into a light-hearted film that's just got some light-hearted comedy,
and Topless Dude, Eternally for some reason. So yeah, Dinner with Friends might be for you. Releasing in South Africa today on big screen.
The next movie is kind of close to my heart because I'm obviously really big into video games and I love a little bit of video games. Monster Hunter, a film based on a video game filmed in South Africa.
Yes,
is out. Like
Cederberg in Cape Town.
Wow. Okay, so you let me know.
No, you tell us first. So it's one of these video game adaptations, and shame some of these haven't had a good history.
No.
What is the background behind Monster Hunter? What's the gist? What's the like?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Monster Hunter is about, it's literally it's like a role-playing game where you have to hunt the greatest beasts of all time, these monsters, and then use their resources to get stronger and stronger and stronger and take down bigger and bigger monsters.
So there's no point, it's just swashbuckling fun.
Yeah, it's about hanging out with your friends and doing it together as a group and just making sure you got cool stats.
Beast Olympics, basically.
So I know a lot of people that have worked on this film, which is really cool, and obviously mostly in the video game circles. So I'm excited to see it.
Some of these important names, of course. Mila Jovovich. I love this lady. I was saying to Zoe the other day about like Liam Neeson, for example, that even if you put him in like Gas, he's still going to bring his A game. Mila Jovovich is the same. You put her in, say, Joan of Arc, and she's incredible. You put her in Zoolander, even as a small, like, silly role, and she's still going to do her Kmart jacket accent thing really, really hilariously. Mila Jovovich brings it anytime you put her in absolutely everything, and she's here with her director husband, Paul W.S. Anderson, who is second to her, I suppose, as far as fame goes. Tony Jaa is also really an important person. Tony Jaa from Ong Bak. I don't know if you saw that Muay Thai movie. Tony Jaa is like one of the strongest. He's one of those guys who would make us, like our group of friends, lose our minds every time he throws a knee into
Would you do
someone's
push-ups? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
because we're idiots. We're not like the dinner friends people at all. Grant and I have been friends since high school. And
we'll watch one of these movies on a Sunday and just do push-ups.
And just shout, it's time! Deck!
Why we're still single.
And probably, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Probably Monster Hunter is perfectly up our alley for this. Tony Jaa looks like my favorite aspect of this entirely. He's
You're gonna be excited to see it!
He's clearly like got the formula down. If you're a strong man and you go do movies in America, just don't talk English. No one, like Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't know how to talk English, Jackie Chan doesn't know how to talk English, and we love them, and Tony Jaa is doing that too. Just use your muscles for thinking, emote with your arms. And Monster Hunter is clearly just brainless fun for that reason. A video game movie, just get this right. Be big, be loud, be tactile. Hopefully this does the trick.
And tell a good story. That's actually one of the things that I want to see. Just tell a good story. Make it cool. And what I love doing about watching a movie that's filmed in South Africa is trying to see if I can spot any locations.
Oh, yes.
So it's a good game to play. Just go like, see if you can see like, oh, Table Mountain in the background.
Yeah, Tony Jaa. Sorry, he gets to shout his own surname in like excitement. Jaa! Which is precisely my sentiment about anything where Mila Jovovich is putting a sword into a monster. That's releasing today. Big screen.
Okay, I'm excited. I might actually go do that. Let's hear a little bit more about Monster Hunter from Carl and Zoe.
I never do.
I believe it's your first time you ever won any.
So exciting, honestly. It really is. It's the type of movie that I love watching. And I mean, imagine being totally immersed in an alternate reality where you get to escape, go on adventures, you get to solve mysteries and crimes and laugh and cry and scream and feel like you're part of the actual story you are watching. A reality you can't quite get right from your couch at home with 3-story screens, surround sound systems. I'm going to keep on going. You don't need to imagine. You're already part of the adventure.
Oh, I love that. And you know what's amazing is New Metro, they are leveling up on the movie fun in their cinemas from today as the hunt begins for some of the biggest monsters ever seen on cinema screens with the much anticipated release of Monster Hunter. Now, if you've just missed JP's review, here's a little sneak peek.
Falcon Main, this is Bravo Team. Do you copy? Storm incoming. Send immediate support.
Captain.
What'd you find?
It's definitely Bravo Team, but the tracks end here.
They can't just disappear.
Where the hell did that come from?
Back in the vehicle! It's gaining on us!
What the hell just happened?
On our 6! Holy.
We gotta get home. You with me?
Oh my word. I'd watch that twice. Honestly, back to back, I'd do that just to kind of see all the action scenes. And I mean, it's an action-packed sci-fi thriller. It'll also be showing in new Metro's larger-than-life extreme theaters at select cinema complexes to upgrade your cinema experience even further with some of SA's largest cinema screens, 4K, Ultra HD laser projection, and Dolby Atmos sound. Yes.
Well, the excitement isn't over yet because new Metro will be launching an incredible competition for you on Expresso on Monday. One lucky winner will win themselves a VIP card, which gives you access to new Metro for a year, and that is valued at 15,000 Rand. Can you imagine that?
Yes, please.
Movies for a year. So be sure to tune in on Monday to find out how you can enter, and you don't want to miss out.
New Metro cinemas are now open 7 days a week with all the required COVID-19 precautions, so you can chill. It's in place and it's going to keep you safe. You can now book tickets for Monster Hunter. All you have to do is visit newmetro.co.za or call 0861 Cinema. See you at the movies.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. And this week, we listened to you and put Zoe and Kutle to the test again. This time round in the ultimate summer obstacle course, where we asked you to tell us what beach and outdoor equipment you need for the hot festive season. This is all in order to win a festive hamper from the Crazy Store worth 1,000 Rand, filled with outdoor items for your little ones that is guaranteed to keep them entertained at home, in the garden, or at a day out at the beach.
Yeah, we received hundreds of replies, but now it's time to reveal the lucky winner.
Can we get a drum roll, please?
Nicole Daphne Williams, congratulations!
And we have her on the line right now. How are you?
Well, I'm so shocked. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, my heart is just beating fast. I'm so shocked. Thank you so much. Like, I've never won any competition before, so this was a huge surprise, and literally my whole year has been made right now.
I love responses like this. I love when you can actually see the joy in your face. But I need to ask you, where and who do you plan on spending your summer with this December, with your hamper that is filled with outdoor items from the Crazy Store and so much more?
Well, I'm so excited for this day, and especially to just spoil it with my family, my friends, my mom, my dad. I'm super grateful for them. Then I have this baby sister, she's 9 years old. She's definitely the one I'm going to be spoiling with. And then my boyfriend, my amazing cousins, my friends. It's just, I'm so excited. We're in particular, well, I'm even okay with just being in the backyard on the grass, you know, but as soon as it's safe to go to the beach, I'm definitely going this summer.
Raquel.
So I'm so excited. Thank you.
Raquel, you've mentioned so many different family members. Do you have any gifts that specifically that you got your eyes on from the Crazy Store this festive season?
Of course I do. So for my sister, she loves arts and crafts items, so definitely I'm going to get her those paint sets. And then for my mom, I always get her like those kitchen sets as well as like candles. And then for my dad, I was planning on getting this beer mug and then dry items. And for my friends and cousins, I usually get frames with nice pictures of us. So I'm sorted.
Well, don't forget to spoil yourself as well. But congratulations once again, Raquel, and happy shopping and happy spending.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you, honestly.
Now, of course, you at home, make sure to follow The Crazy Store on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter to learn all about the new and exciting festive items available this season. But it wouldn't be the holidays without a giveaway. Now, you stand a chance to win a festive hamper from The Crazy Store worth 1,000 Rand, filled with toys that would make any little girl's festive dreams come true.
Just reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and tell us, why do you love shopping at the Crazy Store for Christmas gifts?
Remember to include that hashtag, the Crazy Store Christmas, and those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And the competition runs until the 16th of December 2020. Grant, all we have to tell them is happy shopping.
Happy shopping.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
You are just in time as we are with Chef Clem Pedro in studio, where we are about to literally spice up the regular braai. So don't go anywhere, because this is something you definitely want to do this festive season. How does a jalapeno accha butterflied leg of lamb with jalapeno accha sweet potato salad sound? Sounds amazing. Sounds delicious. Now, my taste buds are currently ready for this little party that's about to take place. Chef Clem, I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to give you the kitchen counter.
Thank you.
Because the stage is yours.
But you're going to help me, though?
I would love to help you. And I have to confess, so the first time Carl heard me pronounce, before I pronounced it, jalapeno.
Oh, no. Did you say?
Jalapeno.
Can you hear Carl laughing in the background?
I'm not the only one that called it a jalapeno.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
The only one.
We're learning. And
Yes.
you did it right now. That's pretty cool. I really enjoy it.
Jalapeno.
What I love about this product is I didn't even know this was coming out. Like, I think it was 2 months ago. And then I saw it on the shelf. And I almost fainted.
Oh, my goodness.
If you love lamb already, I mean, we love lamb. And then they go and take this. I mean, we've been talking about this all year. Jalapeno accha. It is so addictively good. If you haven't had it, maybe don't have it, because you're going to be hooked on it and it's going to be on everything you have. So they go and take this, which is like now iconic, and they go and marinate the leg of lamb in it.
They do the work for you.
They do the work for you. And because it's in the vacuum packed bag, the longer it sits in this marinade, the more flavor just seeps into that lamb. And this lamb is, it's like butter. It just like glides. You don't even need a sharp knife. A spoon. A spoon. Absolutely. Okay, so first thing.
With your fingers.
You can. So you can kind of feel, you actually, although you, they said it's kind of soft right now.
It is kind of soft, yes.
You know why?
It's room temperature.
Yes. Yes!
Look at that!
Yes! I took it out the fridge an hour ago. Remember, a leg of lamb especially is quite a thick piece of meat. So if you're taking it out the fridge, even if the outside is like, it feels room temperature, the inside's still gonna be cold.
Okay.
That means it's gonna cook unevenly, and you don't want that.
No.
So you can let it relax, and look, I mean, the same thing happens with the steak. You can see how soft it becomes, and that's purely by taking it out the fridge. So, super easy, we're gonna snip it open. And then we're going to pop it now at home, and every time I would just do this on the braai.
Okay.
Because it is so, I mean, it's already sweet, and with the extra smoky flavors, it just becomes so much more.
So we're doing it inside, of course. You can also do it on your little griddle pan.
Yes, yes. While I'm busy with this, can I ask you to cut some sweet potato?
How would you like me to cut it?
So I've got an example of some that are done. So you cut them into like this.
Like little discs.
Yeah.
With the skin on.
With the skin on. So people like to take the skin off fruits and vegetables, and I get sometimes they just don't like it. But for this specific recipe, I like keeping the skin on, because as the sweet potatoes roast, the skin kind of keeps it all intact.
Do you keep the tails? I call them.
Nah, the tails can go. The tails can go. So what happens is, it goes in. You're gonna lay them out in the tray for a little bit olive oil, a little salt and pepper. And what happens is, you roast them. And this is very important when you roast vegetables. Vegetables are very selfish. and also very 2019, socially distant.
Okay, they like space.
They like space. Don't lay them over each other, because what happens, instead of roasting, it's going to kind of steam on top of each other. And what you want is this golden brown color on your vegetables. And to get that, all you have to do is give them space on the tray.
Give them space, okay.
Give them space,
So
okay.
be like your potatoes and socially distance.
Exactly. So now that you've got that done, I'm going to move over to the sweet corn riblets. And Carl and I were talking about this earlier, because Carl loves sweet corn riblets, and he's very chefy.
Good with the braai. I mean, he's got this whole thing where he bouges up a braai. He makes it so fancy.
It is, and even I just brush my corn ribs in miso butter, and then I put them on the braai. I was like, Carl, that's amazing. Okay, but what Willie's have done now is the corn ribs are done for you, and then it actually comes with this beautiful sprinkle and the onion sprinkle.
Onions.
The crispy onion sprinkle, and that's amazing. So again, the flavors are very sweet and spicy. That's sweet and spicy. The corners, because of the sweet and spicy dressing, are going to be sweet and spicy, and then they just hit you with that crispy onion at the end.
It's always sweet and spicy. Well, I feel like we should quickly ask Carl, in terms of when it comes to sweet and spicy, what's his preference?
Where is he? Carl, is he here?
Yes, of course I'm here.
He's ready.
I'm social distancing, that's why I'm here, but I love spicy every single time. I think that you can have a bit of both. I think that the sweetness of something kind of offsets the spicy sometimes, and that's why I told you, Chef, about my miso butter that I've kind of beautifully like, just to do that whole corn thing. It's absolutely incredible. Also, jalapeno.
Jalapeno! All right, thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, our little report on the side there.
I
amazing.
know.
He's our side dish.
He is
Carl,
our side dish.
I dig that. That's
But
amazing.
you're the whole snack.
I'm your side
Wow,
dish.
no,
Yes,
no.
Carl.
Okay, back to the recipe. Okay, what I need is, Zoe, so you're gonna do a drizzle. Then I need the sweet potatoes that I've got now. You're gonna make the relish that goes with it. So we're gonna bring more jalapeno acha into it.
Is that enough of a drizzle?
That's fine. It's quite a nice drizzle. So in your bowl over there, jalapeno acha and feta. Remember we spoke about sweet and spicy?
Yes.
We're gonna counteract that sweetness with a little bit of saltiness. We're gonna get that from our feta.
How much?
That's fine.
Just
Look,
a bit.
this is where you don't have a recipe. This is where you kind of make it your own.
Okay.
And then,
Add the feta?
Add the spring onions. And then, look at me, I'm chilling now. I'm actually just like managing the braai. Okay.
That's how people braai. You make the lady make the salad and you just stand by the fire.
All right, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so now this is actually, what I love about this, you can see how big this leg of lamb is. And I said in the recipe it feeds 8 to 10 people.
Yeah.
Honestly, it could even feed 12, because the salad that you're gonna make with it is quite hearty and substantial already. Very important. When it comes out off the grill, it needs to rest. I always eat it with a little bit of lemon, again, just to brighten the flavors and the spices on the leg of lamb. And then with your sharpest knife, you're gonna slice it. And you can decide whether you want it thick or if you want it nice and thin. We're gonna go kind of in the middle, so everybody gets a piece. And these are so delicious.
So in terms of the color, I see there's like a little hint of pinky.
That's for 2 reasons. You don't want to cook it all the way completely through that it's just like dry.
You don't want it dry.
Second reason, because it's sitting in that marinade, it's kind of curing and taking all the flavors, and that keeps it pink.
Okay.
So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna plate it up. What you can do is you can take your finished, let's just actually do it this way. A little bit of that. I got my corn ribs still busy going. I'm gonna add my sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes, which would have gone in the oven.
Right, I wanna kind of see if you can see the inspiration for these sweet potato dish. Now you're gonna sprinkle that over.
Just in terms of like a...
Where it came from. I kind of wanted to go nacho vibes, because we are going, see? So instead of using nacho chips, you're using sweet potato. You can kind of sprinkle it over the potatoes if you want as well. Perfect, that's great. And then what you want to do is you want to hit it with a little bit of sour cream to really complete that whole natural vibe look.
Oh, yes!
And again, the creaminess of the sour cream is not only for the sweet potatoes, it brightens the lamb as well. And honestly, this is you would impress your guests every single time you prepare this on the braai. It is so good, it is so delicious. If there's any leftover sweet potato salad for the next morning, you make a frittata out of it, and then everybody is like happy.
Oh, Chef Clem, thank you so much for showing us how to make this delicious butterfly jalapeno acha lamb. Now, we have this recipe available for you. It's on our website. You can find it at expressoshow.com. But like every time we're in the kitchen, it's also time to say congratulations to a lucky viewer who wins a 500 Rand voucher courtesy of Woolies. Now, can we give a big congratulations to Lisha Govender? Enjoy Enjoy the shopping, and if you at home want to stand a chance like Leisha to win a 500 Rand Woolies voucher, visit our competition post. It's on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page, and tell us which Woolies items would you love to have at your festive season braai. Now don't forget to include the hashtag Woolies Christmas, and that competition closes at 9 a.m. today. That means you've got just over an hour left. Those T's and C's are available, and you can find them at expressoshow.com. Amazing.
Get the turtle rush and get the lamb. It's obvious. No,
The season to give. This Christmas, it's all about appreciating those happy little moments.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it is time to get festive. I can guarantee you that it is going to be absolutely sensational, because I'm telling you now, behind me is just talent. And it's the 3rd annual Carols Under the Stars Showcase, hosted by Karen Corkier right over here. It's taking place tomorrow at Speed Amphitheatre in Stellenbosch, featuring a slew of talented local performing artists. And Karen's taking to the stage right now to perform a song off the only album you should be listening to right now, which is Mariah Carey's classic 1994 holiday album, Merry Christmas. This song's called Miss You Most at Christmas Time. Enjoy.
The fire is burning, the wings are aglow. Outside the December wind blows. Away in the distance, the carolers singing the snow. Everybody's laughing, the whole world is babe, I miss you. Most at Christmas. I love you, Dola. Time.
Cuddle there, please. I have to. If you want to get your tickets, go to cricket.co.za. It is happening tomorrow at Speed Amphitheatre. It is Carols Under the Stars, the 3rd edition. And get your tickets as soon as you can. Hundervleis, as you can hear, is free.
Thank you, Wasty. Well, let's look at those national headlines one last time. The Department of Health plans to launch a new digital screening pilot project, which will allow travellers to complete a required travel health questionnaire on their personal devices ahead of their arrival at ports of entry. The web-based travel screening solutions will allow travellers to complete their travel and symptomatic information at any time from 2 days ahead of their journey to ensure that the exposure and symptoms information provided is relevant. Travellers arriving in South Africa are also required to download the COVID Alert SA application on their mobile phones. And South Africa intends to fast-track regulatory approval for COVID-19 vaccines and expects the first applications within a fortnight. The South African Health Products Regulatory Authority has said. A spokesperson for the regulator said it would prioritise all COVID-19 applications and apply an expedited approach to health products, including vaccines. It would also rely on guidance from the World Health Organization and work done by international counterparts such as Europe and US pharmaceutical regulators to avoid repeating work already done that could delay approvals. And Morocco has become the latest Arab League country to agree to normalize regulations with Israel in a deal brokered with US help. As part of the deal, the US has agreed to recognize Morocco's claim over the disputed Western Sahara region. Morocco is the 4th state to make such a deal with Israel since August. Agreements have also been struck recently with the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Sudan. US President Donald Trump announced the agreement on Twitter yesterday and said Morocco and Israel would expand economic and cultural cooperation. And another mysterious metal monolith has popped up on a riverbank in the Polish capital, Warsaw, the latest in a string of similar objects that have recently appeared in Europe, the US, the Netherlands, and Britain. The first structure made news after it appeared in the Utah desert late last month. Then 2 others cropped up in Southern California and Romania days later, and another appeared on a beach on the Isle of Wight on Sunday, and another in the Netherlands on the same day. No one has yet claimed responsibility. And next, for an afternoon of delight and laughter, remember that this coming Sunday at 4 p.m, the internationally renowned Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital in Cape Town has had this year say they have been overwhelmed by the kindness and compassion of its loyal supporters. And as a gesture of gratitude and to generate some festive spirit, it has partnered with a group of generous artists to bring a free online benefit concert featuring some of the best local music and comedy acts. You are invited to join them in the comfort of your own home this Sunday, that's the 13th of December at 4 p.m. Bring friends and family together and enjoy an afternoon of magic, delight and laughter with the likes of Tumi Moraka, Jessie Clegg, Goldfish, Good Luck and Yassine Barnes. Charismatic Maurice Copy will be acting acting as MC, and this promises to be the musical and comedic extravaganza of the festive season. The hospital was officially opened in 1956 to commemorate the soldiers lost in World War II. It's the first standalone tertiary hospital exclusively for children in sub-Saharan Africa. So remember, make a date for this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. and link up and enjoy. Well, on that happy note, that's where we leave your morning headlines. Let's take a final look at your sport.
Thanks, Zoe. On to some sporting action for the weekend. Cricket South Africa and Sri Lanka cricket yesterday announced that the two-match test series between Proteas and Sri Lanka, scheduled to take place from Boxing Day, will continue as planned. The series is part of the ICC World Test Championship. The second test will start on the 3rd of January next year. On to some rugby action. The Currie Cup will enter round 3 this evening when Western Province and the Pumas go head-to-head at Newlands from 7 p.m. Tomorrow, it's a massive cat fight, and that'll play out between the Cheetahs and the Lions. 4:30 p.m. is kickoff time there in Bloemfontein. And the final match of the weekend will see the Sharks host the Bulls, and that's in Durban at 7 p.m. On to football. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal topped Group B in the UEFA Europa League with a 100% record when they overcame Dundalk, and that was 4-2 at the Aviva Stadium. In other results, Tottenham Hotspur beat Royal Antwerp 2-0, and the same result, that was for Leicester City, and as they overcame AEK Athens. Staying with football, Manchester United will take on rivals Manchester City this weekend in the biggest clash of the English Premier League. The Manchester Derby will take place at Old Trafford, and kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. That's tomorrow. In other Premier League fixtures, Everton face Chelsea, Crystal Palace host Tottenham Hotspur, and Fulham, they face defending champions Liverpool. And wrapping with motorsport, reigning Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton has been declared fit for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix after a COVID-19 negative test. The 35-year-old Briton missed last week's race after contracting the coronavirus. His countryman George Russell, who raced in his place for Mercedes, will return to Williams. That's it for your sport for this morning. Over to some weather and some sunrise pictures. Here's Zoe.
Thank you, Wasey. Well, let's recap on our awesome sunrise photos from your part of the country. Louise G. Cherry posted this sunrise photo from Alberton, where you can expect today some warm temperatures of 29 degrees with some thunder showers in place. And then Alan Rudnicki decided to send us a sunset photo from Bloberg Beach, where you can expect a maximum of 20 degrees today with a couple of scattered showers to be expected. Suzette Kuhn captured this warm golden sunrise. That's from Jeffreys Bay in the Eastern Cape, and Fatah Khan from Richards Bay captured a sunrise from the harbour. What a stunning view. Now you too can contribute to our weather report by posting your sunrise photos on Expresso's Facebook page. And something that's quite interesting is every year sky watchers around the globe circle December 13 on their calendars. It is the night that the Geminid meteor shower reaches its climax. And the good news is NASA says the celestial light show will be seen clearly in both hemispheres. The Geminids will feature over 100 meteors per hour on Sunday night, and this dazzling display, which is due to unfold in the night sky, is one of the most reliable meteor showers of the entire year. But according to the American Meteor Society, this year's showing could boast as many as 150 meteors per hour in very dark areas. The Society also says that in addition to the high frequency of meteors, the Geminids are also for featuring shooting stars that are bright and intensely colored. So do not miss this spectacle in the sky on Sunday night. Well, let's quickly look at your temperatures for today. If you're in Polokwane, your low is 19, your high 31. Mbombela 22 with a high of 34. Partly cloudy conditions in Pretoria, reaching a high of 31. Partly cloudy in Johannesburg, 16 with a high of 29. A 41% chance of thunder showers in Mahikeng with a high of 32. Klerksdorp 19 reaching a high of 33. It's warm and sunny in Kimberley with a low of 15, a high of 35. Bloemfontein 14 met 'n maximum van 32. Richards Bay 24 met 'n warme 36 as a maximum. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, partly cloudy conditions with a high of 31. In Durban 23 with a high of 28, a 40% chance of thunder showers in Mthatha with a high of 28, East London 18 reaching a high of 24, Cradock 14 with a high of 33. It's cloudy in Port Elizabeth today with a high of 22. Wet conditions in George with a 57% chance of rain and a high of 20 degrees. Cape Town, wet conditions with a low of 14, a high of 20. Worcester 11, reaching a high of 24. Partly cloudy in Sutherland 8 with a high of 21. And Uppington, your low for today is 14 and your high 33 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Wow, it's raining pretty much everywhere around the country, but from a storm in the weather to a storm in our teacup, at least that's where I'll be drinking with all these delicious delights. Expresso viewers at home were given the chance to win big in the Snowflake Create Homemade Happiness competition. From Dombolo, or as I said earlier, Dombolo, to donuts, and I got into trouble, and pancakes to pudding. The competition was tough, but we're delighted to announce that we have finally selected our 3 winners who will each walk away with a 5,000 Rand cash prize.
Can we just take a moment and can we get a huge round of applause and congratulations to our first winner, who is Khoa Kasim, who shared her family's cook sister recipe, which has been in her family for generations. Look at that, it looks so fluffy. I want to get my hands on it. And then next up we also have Stephanie Lynn April. She created a surprise birthday cake for the little man in her life. And then last but definitely not least, Luanele Nicholas Nkambi, who shared his traditional steamed bread recipe with Mzansi. But I think it's time to take a look at our lucky winners' reactions.
In my home language is Xhosa, we call it Isonga Samans. Others call it Ujeqe or Idomolo, but these all mean steamed bread in English. The reason I chose this particular recipe is because it's perfect for sharing, and that should really inspire us all to share our differences and traditions to one another. Isonga Samanzi has really brought my family together during these trying times of the global pandemic.
The recipe I chose was the Cape Lake Kusista. Like the Kusista, Snowflake is now part of my heritage.
Delicious.
So from my kitchen to yours, thank you to Snowflake and the Expresso family. May we continue to bake many more delicious memories together. 1, 2, go! Look! Yeah. So thank you very much, Snowflake, for your awesome products that made all of this possible.
And thank you for always being there and being a staple brand in each and every home.
Some beautiful memories all brought together by food.
I know, like food is, and the act of eating, just generally sitting around a table, has become so much more than just a meal. It's a time to share memories and love and create happiness and enjoy just the simple pleasures of life.
Once again, an enormous congratulations to our 3 lucky winners. And of course, thank you to all of those who entered at home. Remember to stay safe and keep creating homemade happiness with Snowflake. You already got in there.
I have to.
Sister.
The Cook Sister.
Cook sister.
Cook Sister.
Tomato. Eat. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. You are still keeping it locked right here in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, the Arise Fashion Week is the world's leading fashion platform out of Africa. This year's theme will unveil 30 under 30 designers, as the showcase is aimed at developing the next generation of fashion design stars from the continent of Africa. Now, top South African designer David Tlale is one of the leading experts and judges who will select the winning designers. He will also be joined by supermodel, activist, actress and businesswoman Naomi Campbell, who has always been an intrinsic part of the Arise Fashion Week. Naomi is renowned in the fashion world, and it is such an honor to be speaking to her this morning. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
So good to have you with us this morning. Many people miss being social during lockdown, but you, however, seem to be so happy spending time alone at home during the pandemic. How did this alone time really contribute to your overall well-being as well?
I feel like you really start to, everyone's had the time to have deep reflection with themselves, but I've enjoyed my time alone and adapting and finding things to do and keeping myself busy. And, it really becomes very small with the people that you trust. I really feel that this is a new opportunity, especially for the young generation, to be seen and heard. And this is a very important time that they must take the opportunity and say what they need to say.
You're always passionate about everything you do, and more specifically in Africa and the space that we're in. Now, the continent of Africa has always been so important to you, the work that you've done. Why is this?
I first came to South Africa, as you know, and, Tata, he just opened my eyes to seeing other things, and that became of interest to me and that I wanted to be involved in. And of course, President Nelson Mandela guiding you is special and blessed. When I love something, I dive in with all my energy, all my passion, all my drive, and I give it my all.
And we love that about you. Speak a bit more about that. You've always really had a special relationship with South Africa. Like you said, we know that you referred to Nelson Mandela as your honorary grandfather. You attended the funeral of Mum Winnie Mandela, and you also took to social media to congratulate our very own Siya Kolisi on becoming the first black captain of the Springboks. What are some of your best memories of South Africa?
I have so many great memories of South Africa. Just a very special time. And people I love, Tata, Mama Winnie, Zinzi. It's a special place for me. There was definitely a shift in 1993. And when all of this came to be, I just embraced it. That's pretty much how I am. There's not really a planned strategy. Everything's planned point by point, which people think it is. Even in my career, it's not. It's a lot of instinct and taking risks and facing challenges. And I don't mind facing challenges. I've said that many times, but I don't.
We are so happy that we get to share our country with you, but you're also known to have invested in communities and infrastructure in Africa. Take us through some of your plans for the continent of Africa as well.
Well, mostly it's in fashion, which is what I'm in, and getting the designers and the brands from outside of Africa to come into Africa to invest into the infrastructure, to be a part of the young creatives and their lives, in helping them, mentoring them, giving them a further education, because they have the means to do so. When I say the means to do so, I mean the factories, the machinery, the whole infrastructure outside of Africa, so that they can then come back to the continent and use that and further themselves and better themselves and be the best that they can be. So that's where my motto is. My motto is, you cannot call yourself global when you miss out the continent of Africa. It's impossible with the biggest population, and will be the biggest population in 2030. So I feel very passionate about that, and it was upsetting for a while, but then you can't sit there and stay upset for too long. You have to get out there and do something about it. So I started with fashion, but it really is across the board.
Pearls of wisdom from Naomi Campbell herself. We're still going to be hanging out with her, but don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a moment.
Oh, listen, more on Jamie Lee talking to supermodel Naomi Campbell a little bit later. Now, as we head into the festive season, I'm sure that we would all appreciate a little bit of extra cash. Don't you think so?
Indeed, I would love some. I'm sure you would too. And that's why there's something called the Here's to You Mzansi campaign with Nedbank, and they've pledged to reward their clients with a chance to win their share of 5 million rand simply for banking with them.
And this morning, we have one of those lucky winners on the line who has just become 10,000 Rand richer. Alzette Bam, good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel knowing that you will be getting 10,000 Rand courtesy of Nedbank?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
What are you going to do with the money?
Well, now that it's Christmas and everything going on, it makes life easier to buy presents for family and friends.
Alzette, if I may, this year has been quite tough for everybody, and especially on a financial level. I mean, how has it affected you this year in 2020? Some of the struggles that you've been through on a financial level, has it been tough?
Yes, absolutely. It has been tough. Financially, obviously, but on the bright side, you know, we as a family got closer, we got to spend more time together. But we do have our own small business, and you know, small businesses has taken a knock in 2020 with the pandemic and everything, and it has definitely affected us as a family and us as a small business owner.
Well, this 10,000 Rand will definitely help a lot and go a long way. What are you planning on spoiling yourself too this festive season?
Yes, absolutely. I think I owe it to myself a little bit.
Well, Alzette, congratulations once again. That 10,000 Rand is yours courtesy of Nedbank.
Thank you so much.
So happy. If I got 10,000 Rand in that call, I mean, can you just imagine what Alzette felt like, you know, when you get that call from somebody telling you got 10,000 Rand? I mean, hello. That must be so phenomenal. And do remember that the Here's to You Mzansi competition is open to new clients too. So if you open any new Nedbank account of your choice or take out a loan, you could qualify to win your share of 5 million Rand. So good luck, Mzansi. We are rooting for you.
Here's to you. Can't work from home workers. Bo Terminator. Cause every meeting key, I'll be back. The mask forgetting shoppers. Hi. And you who go the extra mile instead of keeping just 1.5 meters. To you who opened your doors again, we take our hats off. Nina who kept us moving 100%. And of course, the no Mayini general dealers. You might not be essential workers, Mara, you too played an essential role in keeping Mzansi working. And that's why we're giving you a chance to win your share of 5 million Rand. Join Nedbank today.
Cross some Blackwells.
Snap. Black cat peanut butter.
Cool chagalaka.
And the twist challenge.
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily. Add a twist to everyday meals.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We are in the kitchen doing some amazing things because this is one of my favorite meals that I've been able to veganify. But over the festive season, we all like to impress our guests in the kitchen with lavish recipes and menus. And I know like aunts and uncles keep on talking about crazy stuff that they're making, but there's always something special and simple about making something like, you know, simple and satisfying and in a really quick way.
Totally.
Our recipe today is the Mrs. Ball's cheese and chakalaka chutney toasties, of course. Here today is Teresa. Teresa, how's it going?
It's good, very good. I'm going to show you the basics of making a cheese toastie, and we're going to take it to the next level.
You did say like you were really excited about it.
This is how I make cheese toasties at home. I make them all the time for the kids. And when you add your Mrs. Ball's chutney, you're going to take them from regular to amaze balls.
Yeah, anyway, show me a little bit how. So, like, I remember before I went vegan, one of my favorite meals was jam and cheese on toast.
Yes.
And then I realized there's just so many great vegan cheeses out there.
There are.
And this is like a gourmet jam and cheese sandwich.
It's gonna take it to the next
chutney.
level.
I love Mrs. Ball's chutney, and the chakalaka flavor is just so special. Like, I don't know if you've, if you guys at home have ever had any, but it's such a great flavor.
South African as well, such a favorite. And yeah, the chakalaka, the Mrs. Ball's, we're loving it. Okay, so I've taken our bread and I've put butter on one side. That's how we start. And then you're going to flip it over and you're going to add your Mrs. Ball's chutney.
So this is also a contentious issue. Some people put the butter on the inside.
I'm an outside girl, I have to say. You know what you can also do is add, this is outside the box, add some cheese on the outside as well.
What?
Because it actually, it makes it golden, it makes it crispy, I'm telling you.
It's a little bit of a hack. Okay, we'll see how this works out.
So be generous with the chutney.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so pop some in the middle.
I'm always generous. Oh, you can smell the flavor.
It's amazing. So
and it's Mrs. Ball's chutney, it's thick, chunky, and fruity. Yeah. Everybody loves the Mrs. Like, even when I was overseas, people were like, how do we get Mrs. Ball's? Also, it's also available in jalapeno flavor for that extra kick.
Yes.
I didn't say jalapeno.
I noticed.
A lot of people say jalapeno. It's not jalapeno.
We won't mention names. Okay, so your cheese goes on, some salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, that's interesting.
Very important, yeah, always season. And you can mix it up with your bread, your cheese, use whatever you like, use your favorites. Pop that on there, and then that goes
I like a white
pan.
bread with the toasted sandwich.
It is nice, but if you want brown or anything else, that's totally fine. Okay, now important here is your heat has got to be right.
Okay,
you want a medium heat. If it's too high, the outside of the bread is going to burn, and the cheese won't melt, and you don't want that. So,
okay, that explains 90% of my meals at home.
Heat is very important. And it's going to cook for a while, like at least a good 8 minutes. It's not going to be a 2-minute thing. So you want to take your time, let the outside get golden, let that cheese melt and get oozy.
I used to put it on max heat and I go like, it's 1 more minute and then this is cooked.
Yeah, the outside's done and then the middle's cold, and that's, you don't want that.
And the cheese doesn't melt, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So turn it regularly, turn it every minute or two until the outside is golden. And like I said, if you want to put a bit of cheese, that's also fine.
I can smell the chutney from here. I need to take a spoon and just have some of this.
Have a taste.
The chakalaka flavor.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then you can serve it with chips, with salad, with roasted veggies, or just as is. It's a great, quick and easy snack. And with your chutney, it's just going to take it to the next level.
Yeah, if you serve it with chips, you can also have a little side of chutney and then dip it into the chutney, which would be great.
Sorted. Yeah. And it's as easy as that. Then we get this beautiful snack at the end.
Can we have a look at it?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Oof.
So you can see, I mean, look at this cheese melt here. I mean...
Oh, wow. Look at the brown of the bread. You were right about the low heat. That makes a huge difference. And you can smell the chutney and the cheese. It's so exciting. If you guys have just tuned in and you have just missed this, here's a recap of everything that Teresa went through.
24 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily.
Add a twist challenge!
Add a twist to everyday meals.
Now that you're nice and hungry, I hope that you're hungry for some local music, because the 3rd annual Carols Under the Stars, it is tomorrow, Speed Amphitheatre. Get your tickets at Cricket, and Karen Corkier hosts some of these incredible artists, including the guy behind me, Jonathan Rubain, who is going to get you dancing. So I would suggest to you that you begin to start dancing now. Just start now, because you're going to love it. Here he is with an original called Samuel. Get ready to move. That's Festive. That's here.
Dit is nie alleen nie. Dit is die stem van God. Ja, die Here roep na jou. Samuel, Samuel. Samuel, Samuel, Samuel. Die Here roep na jou. Die Here roep na jou. Dit is nie alleen nie. Dit is die stem van God. Ja, die Here roep na jou. Samuel, 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 Samuel. Die Here roep na jou. Dit is nie eerlijk. Dit is die stem van God. Ja, die Here roep na jou. Samuel, 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 Samuel. Die Here roep na jou. Dit is nie eerlijk. Dit is die stem van God. Ja, die Here roep na jou. En as hy roep na jou, dan moet jy antwoord. Ja, Heer, die kies geloof. En as hy roep na jou, dan moet jy antwoord. Ja, Heer, die kies geloof. En as hy roep na jou, dan moet jy antwoord. Ja, Heer, die kies geloof. En as hy roep na jou, dan moet jy antwoord. Ja, Heer, die kies geloof. Samuel, 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 Samuel. Die Here roep na jou. Dit is nie eerlijk. Dit is die stem. Ja, die Here roep na jou. Samuel, 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 Samuel. Die Here roep na jou. Dit is nie eerlijk. Dit is die stem van God. Ja, die Here roep na jou. Kom ons in Afrika sing. En as hy roep na jou, dan moet jy antwoord. Ja, Heer, die kies geloof. En as hy roep na jou, dan moet jy antwoord. Ja, Heer, die kies geloof. En as hy roep na jou,
You got me all Afrikaans. Full goed ontbijtprogram. Expresso SABC3. Check to me these guys out. They'll be at the amphitheater in Spirit tomorrow. Cricket.co.za is where you get tickets. And as mentioned, the jive is going to happen. It is Carols Under the Stars, the 3rd annual edition. Also still ahead, our second part of a Naomi Campbell. And don't forget, there is the Fox Academy in the house for the Friday dance. So continue dancing. Stay there. Yay!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yay! Whoop! Andre! Okay! I said Zubi, baby! Buckle! Buckle, buckle! Buckle! Buckle, buckle! Buckle, buckle! Buckle nou dat jokka en doe het lekker. Hoor je met die skouwers en drop die lauwe. Hoor je met die bienen. Hoor je die leefje, de vloer, dat is jouw naam. Dat is jouw naam. Buckle nou dat jokka en doe het lekker. Hoor je met die skouwers en drop die lauwe. Hoor je met die bienen.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The feel good continues because we are still hanging out with supermodel, actress, activist, and businesswoman Naomi Campbell as she shares more about the 2020 Arise Fashion Week. Thank you so much for staying with us.
You're welcome.
I want to get into this. What do you think of this year's Arise Fashion Week theme? Amazing, right?
I think it's wonderful to have the Rise 30, Under 30, to have them have this opportunity to showcase their work, to be recognized, to get on the platform in other countries and be seen, and buyers. And I'm really proud of the work that I've seen. But it's just a great footing and start for their brands. And when we're in a time where a lot of brands and young designers are suffering and having to close up shop, this gives so much hope. Also, just to say, yes, during the last show I did was in February, and that was Kenneth Eze in Paris. And it's taken a long time for our fashion capitals to have accepted these designers coming from these emerging markets, Africa, India. This is the time of change. So now we hope going forward they will be embraced to show their creativity on the fashion capital platforms.
Absolutely, and you've been in this space for quite a long time. What is your professional impression of the young African designers?
I love how they do everything with passion, like everyone does. It's cliche thing to say, but they do it with simplicity, with their hands. They don't have all the machines that we have out west, and they go through their journey. There's always in their story when they're explaining about their presentation, it's part of their journey, their experience, or their journey of their ancestry, or the journey of their tribe, and it's authentic. That's what I love about it. It's authentic.
Would you say that the industry supports African designers enough, or if not, what can be done to really just change and boost this?
Well, I think doing things like a Rise 3030 and a Rise in the Past, it gives opportunity to all designers from all over the continent of Africa. All the applications come from everywhere across the continent, so even the diaspora too. So I feel it's just a matter of people's minds and knowing that there is a change and they have to be part of that change. This is the new world we are in today.
Absolutely. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Off the top of your head, who would you say is your current favorite model from Africa?
Adut Tech. She's Sudanese, even though she lives in Australia. But I'm very proud of Adut. I call her like my daughter. And I'm very proud of seeing her for the first time. She was just in high school doing her exams, and seeing where she's come just brings me so much joy.
Oh, that warms my heart as well. But I need to talk about something amazing that you did during lockdown. The inspiration behind your YouTube series, No Filter with Naomi. Will you be creating any more content with regards to your YouTube platform?
So No Filter, I had no planning and just started on my dining room table with a stack of books and my iPad piled on top. Sat on top and started talking to my friends, and I thought, well, maybe I'd like to show it, but of course I have to ask them. And then just took a life of its own, really, and it's fun to do, and it's kept me busy through this time.
And we definitely got to see a different side to you, but I have to ask, what are your plans for Christmas and the rest of the holiday season?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. Like here in the continent, I'm physically shooting. So we have the shows, and then I'll fly to another part of Africa and I have a shooting there. So I'm not sure where I'm going to end up for the holidays yet. I haven't decided, but I want to stay on the continent, definitely.
Wow, what an inspiration she is. A big thank you once again to Naomi Campbell for taking the time out of her very busy schedule to talk to us this morning. Make sure to stay up to date with the latest from the 2020 Arise Fashion Week.
Oh, well, from chatting to runway fashion model to strutting your stuff in the latest local collection. Why not lose track of, time in all day, everyday places and in fact, pieces of clothing that can connect us with the outdoors and suit our staycation surroundings. That is exactly what collection number 3 of the 5-week of newness will do. Now, Knox Mafu is joining us in studio to tell us all about this limited edition collection by Woolworths. I'm loving the pieces I'm seeing here.
It's been such a great lead up to summer. I think 5 weeks of newness is exactly what we need in terms of just adding that extra cool and chic to any outfit.
Now, this range is called Until the Sun Sets, right? So what do you think when you think of that?
So I think it speaks to like the leisure of being on holiday, really just letting your clothes follow your mood in very easygoing staple pieces. I love the kind of inspiration from nature. We can see that in the hues and the colors. So really an earthy tone that will really allow you to relax and really take in your body, to take in the fashion pieces in a way that feels good.
I like that because also, it's festive season. People are wrapping up work commitments.
Yeah.
So even now, you can go from work to a afternoon drink with, safely outside with a friend, or something like that.
Or even just to stay in the gardens, or because we are trying to stay back at home. So really what this is allowing is the ease of being at home. If you were to be at a staycation, you feel like you're still in the comfort of your own home, but in a way that's really, really leisurely. The materials here are quite breathable, so quite easy to move around in. And I just love the earthy tones that are available here.
Now, I'm looking at this collection. Yes. Please talk me through it, because I see these are the shorts I'm wearing.
Exactly.
Jamie will be changing back into her dress soon.
Yes.
And I'm loving the color tones.
Yes, absolutely. I think let's go through it. We've got beautiful maxi dresses here with a lovely kind of cinch over here. I love the tier dress because it really creates an extra length. So here we've got a different version with kind of the print still here, but a really beautiful feminine kind of wave there. So when you walk, it really has the theater of kind of being relaxed.
So this is the slit. So you get the inside of the dress is like
Exactly.
green.
And do you see how lovely the materials are? Very light and breathable. So if you were to wear it to a beach or a late lunch, you're still in appropriate clothes over here. So I love that. I think that would look so, so good on you.
This is stunning.
I know. And then we've got beautiful shorts, which are just great standalone pieces that you could pair with a shirt or any kind of t-shirt. So we've got that beautiful print version over here.
Yes, I'm wearing
literally rocking it. And I love the way you've paired that with a beautiful white top, refreshing, similar to summer. And then
Speaking of white,
Yes.
sorry, I love wearing white in summer. So it's just some of those like amazing, it's classic, it goes with a lot of things and it's cool.
And it's refreshing, absolutely. Like you're saying, I've got a fresh summer. So we see Jamie, if you were to pick at the
So
purple
this
one.
is Jamie's dress?
This is Jamie's dress, and we can see it in action in her body. That belt really does well to kind of add a little bit of definition to
And you can really
waist.
play around with it and tighten it.
But I love the color. So even though this is predominantly green collection, those hues of lavender really speak to the softness and the ease that we'll have this summer. So until the sun sets is really there, and a beautiful accessory over there.
This is one of my favorite accessories for summer, is wearing a hat.
Exactly.
So Knox, if we had to put an outfit together,
Yes.
how would you, or what outfit would you put together?
So what I love about these is that they are standalone pieces, but together they make a whole new different outfit. So I always say clothes that work harder for you are much better. But the only way you can see this is actually to see someone wear it. And we've got a beautiful model here today.
Let's bring her in.
All right.
Oh, stunning.
So here we're playing with the polka dot trend, right? And what I love is the skirt. This is actually 2 pieces.
I thought it was a dress.
No, styled to look like a dress, but also could wear this with a jean if she wanted to, or another singular top over here. I love the off-the-shoulder detail here, and these are things that we'll definitely see in the Until the Sunset range. Again, we're seeing a slit over there, that beautiful like angled accent here.
This will complete your look.
And we complete the look.
Okay, you took me by surprise. I genuinely thought this was a dress. So this is a skirt and a shirt, and I love that you can mix and match. And get so much more like value for money out of a few pieces of clothing.
And she looks so elegant with a beautiful heel. If she wanted to wear flats, she could, sandals by the beach. But I love the kind of off-the-shoulder detail, the way it cinches in the waist, and there's enough elastic, you know, for if you want to move around. So really a beautiful, beautiful take on summer and just the holiday spirit.
Oh, you are looking and feeling like holiday season already. This is amazing. I love all these looks.
I love it. The polka dots, everything. It just looks super feminine and chic and easy to style.
Okay, well, listen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm just thinking, like, you know, this was week 3 and we've got 5 to go.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the other collections will be doing. But as you get into the festive spirit, opt for pieces that are comfortable and inspired by shades of nature that will give you an instant wearability in an unhurried lifestyle. You can shop the Until the Sun Sets collection at Woolworths. It's in-store, online, or on the app.
smooth or not smooth? Buy Tropica. Flip the cap. If you find smooth, you stand a chance to win smooth prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, we are feeling the vibes, but it's also our last Smooth Friday on Expresso with Tropica, and one last smooth winning for the Smooth Not Smooth competition.
That's right, but we will be giving away a mango local return flight to one fortunate Tropica fan who flips a cap and finds smooth on our smooth or not smooth flip the wall cap. Now we have Prince Leboho from Tembisa on the line and Lindre Luba from Boksburg. Good morning. They're joining us via WhatsApp.
Getting yourself.
Very good, very good. Are you feeling ready to find smooth on one of these caps?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to need both of you to focus because this is how it's going to work. Prince, who was drawn first, will select a number of a cap to flip first, and then Lindre, who was drawn second, will select to flip the next cap. Now, the first person to flip a cap that has smooth will win the prize. Only one cap has smooth under it on our wall, so we will flip it till it's found. Are you all smooth and ready?
All smooth and ready.
Amazing. So, Prince, we're starting with you. What number will it be? Repeat that number. Prince, it's your turn to choose the first number. Which one would you like?
Number 5.
Number 5. Dim, 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 dim. Not smooth.
Lindre, what about you? What number will it be?
Number 3.
Number 3. Over to you, Zoe.
Not smooth. Prince, what number would you like to try?
Number 9.
Number 9.
All on your side, Zoe.
Not smooth.
So close. Back to you, Lindre.
Number 7.
Number 7 on my side.
Not smooth. Oh, this is getting intense. Prince, which number would you like to choose?
Number 4.
Number 4. Not smooth. Okay, there's only number 1, 2, 6, and 8 left.
Lindre, it's your time.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Not smooth. Are we having another one like this? Last week we also went down to the very last cap. Prince, pick a number.
Number 8.
Number 8. Not smooth.
2 numbers remaining. Lindre, what is it going to be? No
Number
pressure.
6.
Number 6.
Not smooth. Prince, I have to ask you, which number would you like to pick?
Number 2.
I wonder what it will be.
Lucky number 2. Congratulations. Prince, you have found the smooth under the Tropica red cap. That means you won the Mango Local Return flight. How smooth is that? How do you feel about it?
I'm so excited and I'm glad.
Oh, amazing. And Prince, who are you looking forward to going to go visit?
Come again?
Who do you want to go visit first with your flights?
Come again? I didn't hear you well.
Oh, it's okay. We were just trying to figure out where you would spend your flights and where you would travel to, but it is via WhatsApp call. Congratulations, Prince, once again for finding that smooth under cap number 2.
Now, of course, for the rest of you watching, there is still a chance to win instant prizes this weekend when you buy Tropica and find smooth.
Are you smooth or not smooth? Buy any Tropica promotional pack, flip the cap, and if you find smooth, follow the details on the pack to stand a chance of winning smooth instant prizes with Tropica, such as headphones, mobile phones, travel start vouchers, police watches, sunglasses, and more. Plus, stand a chance of going into the draw to win weekly grand prizes live on Expresso every Friday by flipping a cap. TVs, washing machines, and microwaves up for grabs. The more Tropica you buy and find smooth, the more chances to win. Go on and find your smooth. Tropica, nothing smoother.
I knew it was number 2, by the way, but that's okay. That was just me. But Expressive Friday Dance is back, and today we are being spoiled by the talented crew, Fox Academy. Let's dance off into the weekend. Before we get there, I wanted to chat to a couple of these very talented dancers. I want to start off with you. Hey, Ty.
Hi.
Yes, you see, Ty told me that she's not nervous at all, which is the best thing when you interview somebody, they're not nervous. So Ty, tell me about the Dance Academy itself. What got you started?
So I've always had a love and passion for dance. It started basically when I was born, and then I started doing ballet in grade 8. But now, I found Fox Academy, and I'm really so happy here.
Oh, that is cool. You know, and I love dance as well. I think it's one of these incredible things that allows a lot of self-expression. Tharwa, for you, I want to go to you very quickly. When it came to dancing, do you have any dance-spiration, any people that you look up to and that you want to take your dancing to one day?
All I can say is that I look up to my dance teacher, Foxy. She inspired me to become a hip-hop dancer. I always used to watch her. When I was at my old dance school, before I was at Fox Academy, I used to watch her, and I always told my mother that I want to be with her, and I stuck with her, and I stayed with her.
Oh, wow, that is beautiful.
From young.
And also, when your dance teacher's name's Foxy, you know it's going to be a great dance academy. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to wish you guys all the best. I know there's going to be an amazing Friday dance. I'll try and follow the choreography. If I don't get it right, I do apologize. But when it comes to the dance, uniting people and kind of keeping them together, do you think that this is something that kind of connects people in a beautiful way, especially at Fox Academy?
Yes. Well, okay, so with school and everything, I've been really stressed because of exams and COVID, but dancing with Fox Academy really allowed me to escape reality and just be myself.
I can tell. You know that you are probably going to be a TV star one day. I'm telling you, can I have the microphone because I want you to get to dancing right now. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, anybody that wants to dance in the living room, please welcome Fox Academy for the Expresso Friday Dance! Ba, 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 ba.
Buddy gon' get that, grit that, send shots, make him get back. All that chit chat, riff rap, my they into that. They talking up a hand on. I got like 50 rounds up in this clip. If I know the jump, I'll bleed the vet. Cause mommy still gon' love a kid. Kinda like. La da dee, la da da, 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 la da dee, la da da. In my sleep I see her begging, reaching.
Wat is die? La da da. DJ, druk hy number.
Abosada.
Walk for me.
Strike a pose.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm.
rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you fight it to the conga beat. Shake it, shake it.
It's a Friday, you're now bouncing, bouncing.
Hey.
I was disappointed not to see Carl dance like that.
I would have. But I wanted to leave it to Fox Academy. They're the professionals. You know what I'm saying?
But you were wackeling lekker. Just show everybody how you were wackeling.
It was a small, you know what happens when you're in the club and you don't want to stand up, you just kind of like do this.
Shoulders.
And you just give it a little shoulder shrug, you know what I'm saying?
And you tap a foot.
Yes, that's all I did. All I did. That's it. But you can vocalize. I saw Zoe does the thing with her legs like that when she moves it from side to side.
Oh, I just cross my legs back and forth though.
That's not dancing. That's not dancing, Carl. That's just getting comfortable.
It
Listen,
is.
we do this all over on Monday. Have a blessed weekend from us to you. Adios, everybody. Happy Friday. Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Clover celebrates spring with exciting giveaways. Look out for selected Clover products in store to stand a chance to win. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.